Alrighty, I am here, and so is that thing. Um, let's see. Let's get the little bits out of the way here. First of all, that stupid thing. I have no idea where that came from, and I have been. I am talking with Talk Studio. I've been using Talk Studio for a long time. I've been using. It's from Streamlabs, and because everybody really likes using StreamYard, but StreamYard's really expensive. And I discovered Talk Studio through Streamlabs, and I really liked it, and I've spoken well of it for a long time. It has now started giving me a lot of issues. That little introduction you just saw, I made, of course, I put that together, and there is a section over that way which you can upload videos. I can do. I'm going to have breaks and things like that. And I've got a selection of stuff there, but it won't let me add anymore. So that's been one glitch I've been talking to them about. And the other thing is now all of a sudden that thing that started today, and I have no idea why that's there. Now it looks like it's a little smaller on the YouTube screen, but I just find it really obnoxious. So I am talking with them, and if this kind of nonsense continues, I will be discontinuing Streamlabs. I have it until next year, though. I have until next March. So I've prepaid for this thing for a year. And I'm a little perturbed by it. So I've been messaging them. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that gets cleared. I've been working on making a little bit of a backdrop, as you can see, but I'm trying to put something together without putting nails in the wall. So we'll see. I'm going to build a shelf that'll go on top of this, and I need to cover that plug up there. So just randomly in the middle of the wall, because I think that was meant for a TV, but it's become my backdrop since I've moved. There. So that's that part of that. I keep seeing this on the screen, this thing, and it's bugging the heck out of me. So at least it's smaller. It looks like it's smaller on the YouTube screen anyways, and I see it on the Talk Studio screen. Tonight is going to be a long show. I'm hoping, anyways. We'll see how this goes. I'm playing this by ear. That's what Van Gogh said. I want to do kind of a double show tonight. I have Enrique coming up in about half an hour or so. He went to Comicon last week, the big one. The big one. My hair is flying away. I apologize for this. San Diego Comicon. And he's been wanting to, he's been itching to talk about that. So this is why he's been away for about 2 to 3 weeks. And I've been kind of scratching my head, figuring out what to do with my damn show. So he's back. He's going to be on here in about 30 minutes. And I was hoping maybe he'd bring some pictures, send some pictures that I can kind of post up on here. So we'll see. Anyways, he has an Instagram account. And if we can't show anything here, we'll direct you to his Instagrams, and we can check those out over there. If you'll let me put them up, we'll see. Let's see. I hope everything's got hooked up properly. Can everyone hear me okay? I've only got a couple of people watching at the moment. No one's kind of chimed in yet, but I'm hoping that thing is working okay. Appears the camera is still a little high. Every time I set it, it keeps bending up. I put this up tonight because I needed to do something. I used to work in animation, and this is something I want to cover next week, which is this book, The Illusion of Life, and talk a little bit more about animation as well as the animation book. This is a little preview for things to come. Hopefully next week I'll discuss animation, and I'll start doing some demos of layouts. I haven't done those in years, but I'll be doing it the old-fashioned way by doing it by hand. But I'll be going through the tablet because it's just easier to stream. I can't set the camera properly up over the desk and do them by hand the way I used to do them. But I want to take a segment of a show, take one scene, and I'm going to break up all the levels on that and show you how we used to do it, how we used to lay them out. That'll be next week. And now I'm sitting with nobody. Just suddenly looked up and realized it says there's no viewers. Maybe there is, and maybe this thing is wrong. I don't know. But if you are here and you're watching, please feel free to chime in. If there is an issue with the sound, please let me know. I'm hoping this works all right. Let's see here. I'm just going to see if I can bring up what's going on. Oh, I've got the wrong chat box open. One moment. We'll see if we can get people in. Oh, yes. Yes, 8:30. I don't know if he's watching yet, but yeah, we'll have people. We'll have people up for 8:30 o'clock, 8:30, and oh, I was going to just talk a little more about that. So, what I'm doing in the second half of the show is after Enrique is finished, I usually join in another stream on Monday nights with my friend Dave, Techno Dave, and he has DavePrime, actually is the name of his channel, and we do a little Star Trek chat because I grew up watching Star Trek all the way back. I went all the way back. I mean, I was born in '68, but I watched reruns of the original show growing up, and I watched Next Generation when it started. And I watched most of the other shows. There was a period in there where I got busy and I couldn't latch on to things as much as I could. But anyways, I've always been kind of a Star Trek fan, and so I like to hop in there and kind of just chime in because it's giving me an excuse to rewatch some old episodes and talk about them, and I kind of miss that. I've wanted to do an extra segment on some things in pop culture anyways, and just haven't been sure how to fit it in because this is primarily an art channel and I'd like to keep it an art channel. But I thought maybe there's some ways I can kind of meld that in. I can do some drawings while I'm chatting, and which I'm probably going to set up and do very shortly. But I thought at least since since I've been doing this on Monday nights, it's kind of inspired me a little bit to do some different kind of artwork when I can, when I'm not busy. But I haven't been able to join in on Monday nights because I've been called into work so much, and now my Monday nights are kind of semi-gone. And the last 3 weeks, well, about 3 weeks ago, new episodes of Strange New Worlds started up. If you're not familiar with it, it is the story of Captain Pike right before Captain Picard. And I've really been enjoying it, like a lot. Like this is season 3. It's apparently going to go to season 5, and it'll finish there. It's kind of a shame, but they're almost kind of rewriting the Star Trek history a little bit, I think. But the shows are so well written and so good, and I've been dying to talk about it. And now, I'm gonna have to work on Monday nights. I'm losing my voice. I'm gonna have to take a break and get a drink of water again. So I've been really perturbed that the things that I want to do, I haven't been able to do. It's like every time I try to stop, even to do this, I'm surprised I'm actually got the time to do this tonight because this has just been so ludicrous in the way my schedule has been all over the place. So it's been frustrating. It's been very, very frustrating. And I thought, to hell with this. If I can't talk about it on Monday night, maybe I can set something up tonight since I'm doing a live and Enrique is only on for 90 minutes. May why don't I invite all the people from Dave's chat to come over, and maybe if they felt like they couldn't, there was something else they missed, maybe they couldn't be on that show, maybe there was something they wanted to talk about but didn't or forgot about, they have another opportunity tonight to hop in and chat about it. So if you are a fan of Star Trek, big nerdy fan like I am, then stick around afterwards. We'll have a short break. I'm going to have to take a break in a minute and already get a drink of water or something for my throat. I normally have a cup of tea handy and I forgot to make it. Maybe I might have to do that. Stick around afterwards, and we're going to have a little chit chat. I'll keep drawing. I might even do some drawing while we're chatting about it. I think that might be kind of fun just for myself. And I think I want to make this a regular thing, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be Star Trek. I also grew up a massive kaiju fan. I used to grow up watching Godzilla movies like every Saturday afternoon. I lived in London, Ontario, which is right in the center part of that little dip that pokes down into the US, if you know your geography. So we weren't that far from Ohio, and we used to pick up Channel 43, WUAB Channel 43 from Cleveland. And that was my favorite friggin' channel. Every Saturday afternoon, I watched that channel because they had on this funny character called Superhost. I've talked about him before. Marty Sullivan was his name. And he passed away, unfortunately, a few years ago. And I was really bummed out because he was he was starting to make some rounds at conventions. People were like remembering who this guy was and was like, let's invite. And he was getting the costume back. He was like 80 something. He was putting on the costume and he was invited to do intros. And he thought he didn't really kind of want to do a show again, but he thought it might be fun to do something on YouTube. And sadly, damn it, he passed away. I was kind of really disappointed. I was upset, and because he was also giving out free signed autograph pictures. He was sending them out. Maybe he knew he was sick. I don't know, but he was sending them for free. And I put my name in, and a week after I put my name out for that, excuse me, he passed away. So I think they discontinued him, and I missed my chance. That was frustrating. Anyways, watching that show after every Saturday afternoon was a big deal for me, and that's where I watched Godzilla movies a lot. Sometimes you get the odd one after school on different channels. They all came out of like Detroit, Michigan, or Ohio, in that area. It seems like all of those were the ones that ran them. Maybe it's just because of the ones we picked them up. But we used to get them out there, and some Canadian channels would as well. Don't get me wrong. CHCH11 used to run them occasionally. London Channel 10 there, that was another thing. But they used to run them. Someone else did too. I can't remember who. There was another Canadian channel that used to run them. So if City TV did, we didn't really watch City TV much growing up. That never became a thing until like the 90s for me, actually. But then they started running some of them as well, which was really cool. But yeah, Saturday afternoons with Superhost, and he was such a fun character. And so being that I am such a big nerdy Godzilla fan, I want to have like a special, maybe every once in a while I'll do like a special Godzilla episode or kaiju episode, and I'll do a drawing, invite some guests on. And because the 10th anniversary of Shin Godzilla is coming up, and it is coming back to cinemas for a short time. Well, strangely, it's actually 9 years. I don't know why they're kind of doing it as like the 10th anniversary thing, but it's only been 9 years. It was 2016 it came out. And so it's going to be showing in one of the cinemas in Toronto for 1 week. And I'm hoping to go up there with a couple of friends of mine, and we're going to go catch that. And maybe around that time, I will do a live stream, and I will do some drawings for that. And it'll give me an excuse to kind of talk about some friends on here. Another individual I know, maybe he'll be on tonight, but Tyson. I hope maybe he responds and comes in. He's also a big kaiju fan, because on my old set, in the place I used to live, I had... oh, Katie can't make it. Okay, that's a shame. Sorry, just Katie send a message. She can't make it. Okay, that's all right. She hasn't been very well lately. It's better she gets some rest. Okay. Yeah, I used to have a big Godzilla 1985 poster that direction, and I miss having that up. This isn't going to be forever, this place. Eventually I'm going to move again, and I'll have a nicer spot. But for now, I'm kind of stuck with this temporarily. Yes, so I want to do some kaiju, definitely do some kaiju drawings, have some discussions about kaiju movies and that kind of thing. And I'll make them special segments. They'll be on this channel. I don't want to start a whole separate channel for that. That's kind of pointless, but I will probably be featuring that on here. Maybe on specific nights I can do that. And I want to keep the art thing going. Let's face it, I mean, things like Star Trek and Godzilla and the superhero movies coming up, all that stuff is fun to draw. They all come out of pop culture that I mean, superhero stuff came out of comics. Godzilla, who doesn't love, as kids, we love to draw dinosaurs and Godzilla and monsters. So it's all part of that thing that we can be creative and that we can sort of express our childlike interests that are still with us, stuck with us into these later years of life. And I think it'll be fun to kind of talk about them, share some memories about them, talk about re-releases and new shows, etc. And yeah, so we're gonna have I still have 20 minutes here, and I thought I was going to do a little bit at the beginning, but it doesn't I don't know if the 20 minutes is really kind of a little early to kind of get started with that, but we will see though. Maybe what I'll do next time is I'll plan this better, and maybe we'll do that segment before. Well, I think I'd make it on a separate night. I sort of added this onto tonight's show later on after 9 o'clock, but I don't think that's going to be kind of doable. But I need I keep clearing my throat, and I've got a bunch of people watching. I'm going to take a short break. Don't go wheres. Leave this open because I'm just going to run a short break. Well, I get a drink of water. Maybe I'll make that cup of tea. I'm not sure, but I should have done that beforehand. Anyways, I had a big coffee this afternoon. Maybe I don't need tea, but it does help keep me kind of alive and awake through this process. Anyways, let me see if I can bring this up. As I said, I've been having issues with these. So, God, do these even still work? It's just so awkward to use these things now. But I don't even know which one's which. Good Lord. Sorry, I'm actually just looking at this because this is all kind of mixed up now. I'm getting really perturbed with Talk Studio. I can't recommend them anymore, unfortunately, unless they clean up their act. Like this thing here. I don't know what that is and what to do with it. It's obnoxious. Anyways, I'm going to go get a drink of water. Please don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back in just a few moments.
AIDS may taste like a candy, but AIDS contains one of the most effective appetite suppressants you can buy, and there's no stimulant in AIDS that could make you nervous.
I just wish you'd seen it. High and light and moist.
Stop it, dear. I'm starving.
Look, Betty, you have gonorrhea. You may have given it to somebody else, or somebody may have given it to you. Who gave it to whom doesn't really matter. But what does matter is that if we don't bring the contacts in for examination and treatment, VD will keep right on spreading. So?
All right, I am back. I've already just discovered there's a few technical difficulties. That didn't even show up on stream. I don't like doing this because I like to keep things consistent and continuous. I may have to break this up and restart this again. And I deeply apologize for this. If everybody can give me one moment. These are things that should have technically been sorted out ahead of time. And that just apparently turned out black. Apparently the audio came through and the video didn't. So I'm going to check something for just a quick moment. Hold on here a moment. Where is my channel? Good Lord. So give me one moment. I am going to actually mute my mic, and I apologize for this. Give me one moment. My apologies for that. Apparently I've got about 3 people watching here. This is now coming through 1080p. I had it on 480, if you can believe that. But and turn that off. I hate this. All this stuff should have been sorted out ahead of time, and I was all set to go. I've never had that happen. I don't. You have these clips that are supposed to be playing, and they're not. They're not even playing. I don't know what the hell's going on. The introduction played, but these used to come up as little breaks, and I don't know what's. I'm going to try another one. Hold on. This doesn't show up. I don't know what to say. It's only because I actually opened this on. I opened YouTube on my phone at the side, so that I can actually see, because there's such a delay. I can see if anybody's chatting, if anybody says anything, and I can start responding before it kind of shows up on here. I can kind of start audibly responding to people. But this is hi Terry, how are you? I'm having a lot of issues. I'm going to try doing another little break just for like 2 minutes. Talk Studio is having a lot of problems, including this stupid thing up here. I have no idea why that's starting to show up. And I tried doing I usually do these little breaks and run a little commercial break, and now it's all I'm getting is a blank screen. So I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try another short one. I've found these old commercials that are what's the word for it? Royalty free. I can run them. They're safe to run. I'm not in risk of anything with YouTube copyright issues. I'm going to try another one. I'm not sure why these are coming up black. I can't upload new ones either. They used to be able to just upload all kinds of them. Now it won't do it. It keeps saying that there's a server issue. So it's nothing at my end. And I've written to Streamlabs about this already a few times. So this is really frustrating. 10 minutes on Enrique is going to come on, and then we'll just talk about Comic-Con. I'm going to try another one, and I'll see if this works. I have to let it play through. So I apologize if there's just audio with blank screen, but I'll be back in like 2 minutes, and we'll see if this works.
Observe this poor man. His wife's away, his children are hungry.
We're hungry.
For dinner tonight, he's fixing a pork roast.
It was a chicken.
Who can help this man?
The LaChoy Dragon, friend.
Oh, yeah?
You need LaChoy chow mein.
Is it easy to fix?
Easy. It's a 6-minute supper. We'll just heat it up and serve it.
LaChoy chow mein, full of crunchy bean sprouts, celery and onions, imported bamboo shoots and water chestnuts, sweet red peppers and mushrooms.
It's as crisp and good as the takeout kind because it's quick cooked in dragon fire.
This is delicious.
You didn't know I was a chef, did you?
And don't forget the LaChoy noodles.
Never mind.
LaChoy chow mein, 5 different kinds, always crisp.
Quick cooked in dragon fire.
All right, that's pretty pointless doing that. I'm really perturbed about that. I'm not happy about that at all. Talk Studio. Streamlabs, Talk Studio. You have lost me as a customer. I've already prepaid for a year, but you better get on this, because I'm going to start pestering the crap out of you people. I'm going to start emailing them like every day until I see this fixed. This is embarrassing and horrible. Anyways, I'm sorry about that, but I'm not happy considering when you pay for a service and they fuck around like this. This is not for kids, by the way. I am... And I just ran the intro. What if I set this as an intro? Oops, sorry. No, it's still not working. Still won't do it. This one worked earlier. 1 second. I apologize. This is not the time I should be testing crap, but this really has me annoyed. That one works. That one. These are the old ones. It's the new ones I've put up. That's. That's ridiculous. It was a coffee break moment I had where I was sort of making a pot of coffee. That's showing up. All right, so apparently there's 2 of them that aren't working.
AIDS may
And the gag is... Okay, so 2 of them are not working. I don't know. Anyways, I apologize for that. I have 7 minutes here now before Enrique shows up. I might run the introduction piece or maybe the countdown piece again in just a few minutes. That's really annoying. I don't know. I don't know what to suggest. Anyways, this is not going well. I'm done with Talk Studio. You just lost me as a customer. How's everyone else doing? I've lost everybody too. Now I've lost watching everybody. I'm so mad at this. I'm mad at this thing. I just want something to work. That's all. I don't ask for much in life. Just have something just kind of turn on and work. That would be nice. But every time I try to go to do this, I don't know. If there is a, what if there's a way? I have the regular, what do you call it, the streaming software, which does take a little bit of time to set that up properly pre-show, but I haven't figured out how to do guests on it. And if I can figure out how to do that, I would much rather actually use that than now use Talk Studio, since this thing just doesn't work properly anymore. Let's see if screen sharing works. God, can you imagine? Nothing's working on this tonight. Window or entire screen. Wow, now I got that stupid thing in the way. This, can you see me with this thing? On the screen, it covers the entire thing. Okay, looks like on YouTube, it's just across the top. I am like not happy about this at all. Does anyone? I don't think anyone here uses Talk Studio. I don't know if they have the same issues that I do. And this is actually really glitchy too. Look at that. It's looking very stuttery. I don't know. I'll probably run another intro in a few moments. I need to work on something else, but I'm just doing some drawing here. Well, okay, I have a few minutes to kill here. Enrique should be on in just a few minutes. We'll make sure he's still up. Let's just erase this. All right, let's see. Check our messages. See where he is at. No, this is boring. And Dave will be on late. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll kind of give this a few minutes until Enrique gets in. I don't know if he's gotten his message yet. No, he hasn't. Oh, we did see it. Okay, he saw it like over half an hour ago. Okay, good. Why don't I try running the introduction again? One of the ones that work, and maybe I will make that cup of tea because I'm certainly going to need it. I will be back very shortly. Please stick around. So the 8:30 show will be starting in just a few minutes. And I'm going to run this while I go get something. I hate these things. All right, I'm done. We'll see you very, very soon in just a few minutes. Don't go nowheres. All right. I'll be pouring my tea in just a minute when Enrique gets here. But it is 8:30. All right, that went by quick. There hasn't been a lot of people here watching anyways. I plan things out and I have all these ideas I'd like to do, and all the tools are kind of right here at my disposal. and tools that you pay for, you fork out of your pocket because the tools are supposed to work. And I'm getting frustrated that every time I try to do something, it does not work. Every time I try to well, we got Enrique here, so instead of me bitching, why don't I add him on here? So here he is, folks. And Dylan, hello, I see you there. Welcome to the show. We're going to get Enrique on here, and we'll chat a little bit about Comic-Con. There he is.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty mellow, pretty tired. It's just been really, really busy in general. But yeah, did you, what were you talking about earlier?
I've been having a lot of technical issues.
Oh, with this? Or...
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
not happy with them right now at all. I'm really pissed at them.
Oh, man. Can you ask for like some sort of like refund, or how does it work?
I'm going to, because it's getting ridiculous. It's just been one thing after another. I usually add these little video clips for like to do like the intro and breaks and that kind of thing. They won't upload anymore, any new ones, and now half of them aren't playing. Then randomly this shit up here started showing up. I don't know what that is. It shows up on YouTube. I don't know what that crap is. So
I can't see it on mine. It just says live. I don't know what it is.
I don't know, it's like digital information or something about what the live is. It just shows like it's just numbers and code. It's code is what it appears to be, but it's showing up on the screen. So
oh my God.
I'm not happy with any of this at all. So
yeah, you got to complain for sure. I feel like I've always gotten, not always. I think when I complain to like a big company, they tend to cave a lot. Usually smaller companies don't cave, but
this is Streamlabs, so I don't know. I've already written to them about the upload not working, and then I messaged them about this. So I'm gonna message them again because they've already been trying to work on the upload issue for a week, and they can't seem to tried everything, clearing cache, and they said it was something at their end, but it's supposed to work now, but it's not. So,
Bing. I've been working out a lot, so that's another thing. I've just been. I think that's part of the reason why I'm such a zombie is because I don't sleep. I haven't changed my sleep though, but I've been working out, so it's kind of like hard to.
Yeah,
it's hard to recover. Yeah.
I just haven't been sleeping. I've been going through insomnia. That's another problem with me. I've been.
Oh, you mean like? What do you mean? Like, how many hours of sleep do you get?
So I get approximately between 3 and 5 of light sleep. I don't go into that really deep sleep, but I can't fall asleep until after 5 a.m. when I've been getting up late, and that's been an on-off thing most of my life. And I think it comes out of when I used to do security for years, and my schedule was all over the place, and I never did fully recover from that.
Oh wow. Wait, what do you mean by 3 to 5 hours? You mean so you do you wear like a watch and all that, and you kind of keep track of it, or?
Well, I just my clock on my bedside table, right? I just kind of.
Oh, okay.
But I know I'm not really falling into that really deep restful sleep you're supposed to get. I'm not hitting that because I've been waking up feeling like crap every day for like the past. There was a couple of days I was getting like maybe 2 hours there for about 2 nights. I got about 2 hours of actual maybe sleep.
Do you get up to use a restroom or something in the middle of the night or anything like that?
Occasionally that happens. I mean, this past week kind of. Well, I'm still in that awake stage. I am, but I haven't woken up and having to run to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been drinking I drink like a gallon a day almost, but like sometimes it'll be toward the end of the day, and I'll just. Once or twice I'll get up, because ever since I started that. But yeah, you know what I used to do? I think what really helped my deep sleep, and I might have mentioned it here once, because I used to track it with a watch, and the watch is will at least give you a consistent kind of way to track it. I was gonna say I turned on music while I was asleep, or white noise. Like I turned on like the waterfall thing.
Yeah.
And then like when I was tracking it, like my deep sleep had gone like from almost nothing to like 2.5 hours or something like normal. I was like, what? I was like, so I kept doing it, and now I just do it every single time. It's supposed to be good for your sleep. Also, I wear an eye covers too. I don't know if you do that because we wake up late. So like,
Oh.
I don't know how dark your place is.
I don't, because I have a basement apartment. Even though these walls are white, when the lights go out, this area is black. This area, you
Okay,
can't see anything.
good.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I gotta wear a covering because I got like a window here that is horrible.
too much light. Yeah.
I mean, I put the blinds, but it's I don't know. It still kind of it seeps through the edges, and I don't know.
Once it hits about 9:30 in the morning, I'm catching the sun coming through. So about 9:30 it hits, but I'm asleep sometimes in bed till about 10. So,
Wait, okay.
Which I don't really like. I'd rather be up earlier. But
What time do you nap? You said 5 a.m. What'd you say? You're like.
I'm usually not falling asleep till 5. Yeah.
Wow, and you get up at 10? I go to sleep at 5, but I wake up at like 12 or 1, and then sometimes when I wake up to go to, well, my sleep tracker will be like, you woke up and it took you about 20 minutes to get back to sleep, and I'm like, oh, okay, that sucks. So it chops off. I can't just be like, I went to bed at 5 and I woke up at 11. It'll be like, it'll chop 20-30 minutes out of that when I got up and I have to roll back to sleep. So
Right.
that's funny. Well, that's good. The workouts are going good, and to be honest, I'm starting to see a positive change in my body despite the non-recovery.
Oh, really? Well, it probably takes a while for that I don't know, what do they call it, that the repair, to kind of your body used to doing that after like a hard workout.
Yeah.
Your body has to kind of learn to adjust to that. I mean, if you're sore for a couple of days, if it's that sort of workout sore, I guess that's a good thing. But
yeah, that's true. Like I am tracking my sleep on a timer, on my watch, and yeah, it'll be like 5.5 hours. 6 hours is good. I want to get back to 7 hours. That's where I was last year, every night. But I joined ClassPass. I don't know if I talked to you about that.
Say again. You started your
I started ClassPass. Have you heard of that?
ClassPass? No, I haven't heard of that.
I don't know if they have it in the other countries, or I'm not even sure how much around the US it is, but it's basically where you sign up, you pay a monthly fee, and you can kind of go to, I don't know, not any workout place, but a big gigantic list all over the city. So you're just like, I want to try this, I don't know, bicycle class at some place I've never been to, and you just kind of scan yourself in as if you go there all the time. And then you're like, another day you'll be like, I want to go do kickboxing across the town, and you just do that. So, hey, Pete. Pat.
Oh, Paul Pate. How you doing, Paul? I know Paul. Yeah. Nice. We do art streams. He's another artist.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Did what's it called? I haven't asked. Well, I guess before I talk about Con real quick, did you how you been doing with art? Like, have you been putting more time into that, or how's that going?
Kind of. It's been hit and miss. I've definitely been trying to kind of work on some things on my own, and I do have a little commission job for somebody that I'm working on. I've been doing stuff for him for a long time, so nice. I'm trying to kind of squeeze it in where I can. That's been another thing, but yeah, I've been trying to do. I've always got plans.
What?
I've got a plan. I've always got ideas. I've always got a plan for something that I've got ideas for, but it's just work has been very frustrating because I'm getting more hours, but they're sporadic. They're all over the place because people have been away. They've been sick. They've been, for whatever reason, I keep getting these short notice calls to come in, and I can't. You get a call at like 12, 1 o'clock, and it's, even though I don't have to go in for a couple of hours, it's hard to pick up something and work on it until I have to go. It's hard for me to really get involved in something deeply when I know I have to go to work, and it throws a wrench into anything that I have planned for that day. It's very frustrating. So, but yeah, I've been. There's nothing really huge that I could sort of show you, so to speak. But I do.
You're just sketching around, just to. Building habits, I guess, or just. Yeah. I mean, that stuff's good. I know. Yeah. I got off the lives for about a week there. I didn't. That's why I went the last 2 days just to kind of fit them in real quick, because it really is only 10 minutes. Like, I literally only do it 10 minutes, and I'm just like, okay, I get a few more followers and a few more followers and a few more. I mean, I'm gonna have to convert that into a whole other thing because I know they're gonna ban TikTok in the US. What soon?
I've heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'm still just gonna do it because I think the skill of just kind of rambling for 10 minutes there at a time is, I don't know. It's good. I get to draw a little bit.
Mhm.
It serves a lot of purposes, I think. So I'm still gonna try to go live and once in a while. But yeah. Anything else before I talk about con real quick?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I feel like there was something else. It was my plan actually. I was going to do a little bit of a post show after this tonight.
Nice.
Because I do
pre-show
on Mondays. Yeah, I did. The pre-show was just me trying to get everything to work, so that ended up falling apart. But my plan actually was, I have some friends that I do a little Star Trek. It's a little Star Trek stream on Monday nights, but because I've had to work, I haven't been able to hop in and join them. And I thought, I don't know, maybe after this, I've been kind of inviting them to hop on here after I chat with you to kind of.
That's a cool idea.
Just so I could this Strange New World started up, and I've really been enjoying it. I wanted to talk about it.
Season 3, right?
So I think afterwards, I'll see if I can get some friends in here.
It was season 3, or
yeah, this is season 3 that just started up a couple of weeks ago.
I've seen season 1. Haven't seen season 2 yet. And then
it's really good. Yeah,
they're promoting it a lot at con. Actually,
it's good because 2 ended on its cliffhanger, which picks up at the beginning of 3. So it's good that you waited.
Are they still episodic?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Yeah, because that was the biggest selling point for me. I was kind of like annoyed when, what is it? STD, right? Star Trek Discovery was like one long storyline. I'm like, what is this?
Sometimes I don't mind it, depending on the show. If it's good, sometimes I like it. But I've been enjoying sort of the episodic aspect of Strange New Worlds in this case. So, but
yeah, same. I got to get back to it. It's like I have a backlog of a bunch of stuff I want to watch. Even that like becomes like, I wouldn't say work, because once I just start an episode, I'm like, okay, I'll finish the season in like a day if I get into it. But I don't know if you're like that too. I have like, a bunch of books that I bought like a year ago, and I'm like, I only read like 2 of them, and I'm like, I need to read these books. They're just sitting around here, stuff like that. Media consumption is just because it usually depends on like my mood, and I'm just trying to like, but yeah. Oh, Con, can you hear me okay, or am I okay this time, the audio? Okay, cool. If worse comes to worse, I don't think the audio, I don't think it'll go out, but worse comes to worse, you know what happened, I think actually happened last time was I think my phone was overheating, because I remember touching my phone and it was like blazing hot when it was slowing down.
Okay. Maybe,
and I got a new cover, and I don't know why I felt like really warm. This time I just took the cover off it, and it's fine right now. At least to the touch, it's more or less okay. But worst comes to worst, I'll go to the garage. That's a way stronger signal. Real quick, Comic-Con was great.
Yeah.
Gone every year since I was 12 years old. Every single year, and I'm 41, so every year. That's a long ass time. The thing I don't like about it is, so I get a professional badge, and the professional badges used to be totally free. You should just be like, oh, I'm professional. Here's your free badge, and here's a free one for a friend. And now,
most of them usually like that.
Yeah, now you got to pay even for the professional. Really, the professional badge, the only benefit of it now is that even if it's sold out, you get it. Like you get every day. When you pay for it, and I gotta buy my guest as well, so that do you
get a table or a booth or anything, or do you speak or what?
No, I didn't do anything. I just kind of went there. Professional just means I don't know, like you it's just you just attend it, really. I mean, to speak you got to be like an attendee, and there's a whole other thing. It's funny too, because like this year, so 20, like even 10 years ago, Comic-Con was where I would try to avoid everybody I've ever seen in my art life. So it'd be like people I learned to draw with when I was 21 at an art school over in Encinitas. And they would go to it. A lot of them have various careers. And then it was people from Art Center would come in, because they were in LA, they'd come in. And then people from SeaWorld, because they were artists, like every art community would come in. And like I'm pretty social, but sometimes I don't want to see people I know. So sometimes I'm just like, I just want to shop and be by myself. So I'd always be dodging people, but that's becoming less and less of a thing because I feel like people aren't. A lot of people are like quitting, art or in my life, like half of them either don't do art anymore or, you know, or are there. I just don't see that many people I know anymore. I used to see everybody, but now.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's definitely. But I want my sister. She's pregnant, so that kind of slowed me down.
Oh,
I
I heard about that. Oh, he was just talking about.
Oh, sweet
I
animated
put it up
series.
just
What else is it? Wait, what? I'm on the final of the old series. It's the first time watching it.
Yeah.
Because there's a new Batman series that just came out. I think called Crusader or something.
Oh, all right. I wasn't sure he was talking about like the original one from the '90s. That's what I thought he was referring to. Because I used to
I
grow
think
up.
he might be referring to that. There's a new one that came out last year called Crusader. I think. Like I said, I'm not totally sure, but it was the same style, and it's like a kind of a different universe, but it's animated really close.
Okay.
But yeah, George Lucas went there for the first time ever.
I heard.
Yeah.
That must.
There's
have
no
been
way.
cool.
I was not gonna wait in that line though.
Oh, jeez.
But because I knew it was gonna be a mess. I heard he had attracted a bigger crowd than I think ever or something in that particular hall.
Right, eh?
Yeah, that was yeah, that's funny. But yeah, nobody. I mean, I guess a friend of mine had a panel, which I unfortunately did not go because he had it Sunday, and I went every day but Sunday. I went preview night. It kind of, I don't know if it's like that over there, right? And for cons over there, where it kind of takes over that quadrant of the city as well, with like parking lots and yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's just particularly actually out on the street parking. Well, we're fortunate if we have it in Toronto. Like if it's Fan Expo in downtown Toronto, it's right next to the GO train station, which is the main station that connects everything into Toronto. And everybody takes the GO. So if there's a convention, we just take the GO train. The Anime North one is up near the airport. That's the awkward one. So that's the one that kind of can invade that area of that hotel district. But if it's downtown Toronto and everybody's in the Toronto area, we just take the GO. That's the big, and it's cheaper. And you don't have to worry about parking, and it's easier. And the GO train is like filled with everybody in costume.
Yeah,
which is kind of fun. Yeah. And that street, you go down to the street, and it's like lunch, dinner time. Everybody's out there in costume, so it's like they sort of take over the city on foot.
Yeah, that's so fun. I mean, they had do they have after parties as well? Like different bars. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yes.
I love that. I love that stuff so much. This year I didn't go to an after party. I ended up just walking. My main goal was to walk the floor, and the floor is pretty big, so I was just kind of like I did it like in 3 days, like this area, middle area. Again, I was slowed down by my sister,
So
but
Crusader.
Yeah, he's talking about Crusader. Yeah, that one. Oh no, he's talking about that one too. He was mentioning the other. Okay, yeah, Batman Crusader. But what did I see there? I mean, did you see that giant Galactus that I posted as well? That thing was crazy looking.
On yours, and somebody else posted it as well. Yeah,
that was crazy looking. I saw that guy in real life.
I don't know how you build something like that to move in it. That was insane.
I thought I have to look it up, but I thought he had a YouTube channel about either build. Because I didn't know if it was connected to a company or just a hardcore cosplayer, But I thought that was pretty amazing too. I went to a lot of dumb panels. There's a lot of panels you go in, and I guess there's every convention. There's a lot of panels you go to just to kind of eat your lunch and rest your feet. I don't know, like women and I mean, it's a great thing. And I'm not even gonna say which one, but
okay.
I saw. I think Jim Lee and James Gunn, they were talking about.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah, so Jim Lee was. It's funny too because that was a surprise. Jim Lee was there and he was talking about I think just some of the comics that are going to be released. And James Gunn was like a special guest, like, "Hey, James Gunn is here," because I guess he was in the building from other panels. So they gave away this gigantic Superman book signed by everybody, and I'm like, "What?" Like just on a whim, They just said like, because how you're gonna pick somebody in the audience, so they just said they named a random item,
Mhm.
Like, does anybody have a ketchup packet? And then one person said, I do. Like, you get the free item. And I'm like, damn, that could sell
Gee.
that thing for a lot online.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say the biggest thing that it's funny because my close friend has had a booth there, but she got booted off this year. Unfortunately, they have
Oh,
new management and they were
that's always
reshuffling
fun.
people.
Gee.
Yeah, so I guess you don't have seniority anymore. I thought it was like first come first serve, and you kind of get your booth, but I guess you can get booted
Yeah,
out. I didn't know that.
that's too bad.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
that's a
that's
shame.
pretty sad. Because well, it's also sad because I've been doing that comic stuff with her for the
Mm.
last year, and I thought, oh, okay, I can join this booth maybe next year. I didn't want to like assume this, if they had gotten it this year, but
Yeah.
because it's a group of them, it's like four of them or five of them or something like
Hmm.
that. And something that really caught my eye that I haven't made a stink about that I might. Well, I'm definitely going to send a strongly worded email. Is they have an art show section in like it's like usually they use like all the space in the hotel on the right of it and another hotel. They use a lot of space in there
Yeah.
to have like they have like a room full of pinball machines. They call it like the pinball room. That's always fun for entertainment. Um, and they have tons of panels. They have random movies playing, just for with like three people in there. Sometimes they have these random movies playing in a dark room. But they had an art show where anybody can join pretty much. I mean, you do have to pay for the wall space, but and they had AI art in it. Not a lot. I'm talking about just one section
Hmm.
where if you didn't know any better, you would think it's real. Like they tried to do it watercolory, but there's something about it where I knew it was AI. I don't know how to say it, but I wanted to complain about it, so I wrote down the
Yeah.
space name, and all I'm gonna do is send an email. I guess. I mean, I can't be the only person that noticed that. It looked that same thing. I thought that was shocking. Oh,
Yeah.
but sorry, yeah, forgive me. You go.
No. I just had to be kind of curious to see that, but just to see
Yeah,
what it looked like.
it was hard to take a picture of it
Hmm.
because it says no pictures allowed in this little art gallery
Oh,
section.
yeah.
So I just tried to take a really small crummy one, and I just to mark the space, so I could just say, hey, this wall and this wall, hey, this is AI. But other than that, I think the whole con is really curated well
Mhm.
to not have AI. That's what I really liked about it. I thought I'd be seeing it like, what I mean, here and there. I didn't see it at all. At least anything I could identify. Maybe there's stuff there that, I can't tell. Um, but that was good. Yeah, it's pretty much just like it's like anything else, right? It's a spectacle. You go in, you spend a lot of money. I didn't spend that much money. See what's somebody asking? I'm
Oh, you
looking
said
up.
I was looking for something else out of Galactus.
Yeah, that at Galactus is crazy. The Tron, I couldn't make it into the Tron panel because they had a Tron panel, and I heard they had a bunch of. I don't know if you saw the light cycles. Did you see that? The people in the street, or no?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so they had like motorcycle riders, but they were all decked out like the light
Oh,
cycles.
geez.
It looked really good. I went to the Pac-Man cafe that they set up there, a bunch of pop-ups.
Nice.
I went to.
That's cool.
I know you commented. Well, you didn't comment, but you pressed heart on the. I went to the Godzilla. They made a pop-up Godzilla
I was
store.
going to ask you about the Godzilla stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think you saw the image. The front door looks awesome, right? They have this foam Godzilla at the top of it. That was awesome. The stuff inside, I didn't really like it that much. They only had like 5 or 6 things, and it's a
Oh,
pop-up. Yeah, it was
well,
a
that's too
pop-up.
bad. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I'm not into the style. Like maybe you are. Maybe some other people are, but I'm not into. I saw those light cycles. Yeah, those light cycles are great. But I was gonna say with the Godzilla stuff, there's a certain kind of figure I'm not into that a lot of
Mhm.
people are into. I'm just not into it. Some people like the old school wind-up toys with looks like they're made in the 50s, but they're not, right? That's just the style. It looks like they're made and they have an
Oh, yes.
arch.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Are they the small ones or the larger ones? You mean that?
Like medium. I don't know. It looked medium. They didn't look gigantic or
All right.
anything, but they had a lot. They had
Yeah.
a lot of that. They had a lot of that, like new versions, and I don't like the aesthetic to those. I get the style. My buddy loves them, but I'm not like I like looking at them. I just don't want to own them. For
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I rather have stuff that looks
I think
more.
they were back from the 60s and 70s, and they were just sort of a random kids toy, but I think they've kind of reissued them, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh, really?
but
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're
It's
talking
like,
about. I had a little growing up, and I still have one. It's a little super deformed style one
Yeah.
that you wind up and sparks come out of its mouth. So I have that, and a King Kong one with it as well, actually.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, no, I'm cool with it. It looks good. I just don't need to own it right now.
Don't own it. Yeah, I understand
Like,
that, yeah.
But yeah, no, I know my buddy. I have a friend who like loves that stuff and collects that stuff, and that's great. And I like going to his house. But just for me, I like the more like sculpture-y kind of hoopla. When we're walking around, my sister was like, "Man, there's so much Godzilla shit. Like, there's so much like it meaning like there's like it." Well, I like that. Yeah, obviously I like that.
Selling it for a while.
Well, hold on. Is Godzilla open domain? Because it's over. Is it not? Okay.
No.
It's not. Okay. So they're how long though? Because it's 70 years old, right? So I mean, isn't that getting close to like the 80 year
Yeah,
or whatever?
54 or 50. I don't know if they would count from 54 or from 56. It would have to be from 54. But yeah, I guess it would be getting close. And I
feels
don't know
like
if they renew it or what, but how that works. But
yeah, because it feels like there's so much incorporating Godzilla into like all these other things there, where you're like, oh, I mean, I don't know how that licensing works because it's like all over every other booth almost. Like if there's like a T-shirt, well, T-shirts are very different, right? T-shirts you probably don't need anything, but like they'll have figurines. There'll be like a Godzilla version, blah blah blah. This version, blah blah blah. This other company has its own sculpt. And so it's fascinating. Joshua and I love the retro wind up there. Yeah.
my friend Josh, yeah, I know he likes robots.
Yeah, robots.
I need to just walk over off screen to grab something, but keep talking. I can still hear you.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. What else did we end up doing? We wanted to go see Fantastic Four, but unfortunately, I was too tired. I was just drained from walking all day, and honestly, like. The other thing that I missed out on was they were showing the new Toxic Avenger in the what do you call it? In a little movie theater nearby because like I went to their panel. They had Elijah Wood and Peter Dinklage.
They ran it. I thought there was just like a promo for it. I didn't know they ran it.
They apparently ran it. Yeah, I guess the movie was made like what they were saying on the panel. Who's the creator of Toxic Avenger again? Anybody, guys?
Shit! I know who you're talking about. And I can't think of his name. Damn it!
Okay. It came to me right now. It's Lloyd Kaufman that came to me. But he was there and they're on the panel with and they were basically saying that the movie was made like in 2022 or something, and they filmed it like way back, and there was a lot of delays because of COVID or something like that.
Okay,
and,
I was gonna say I thought they shot it a long time ago though. So
yeah, they shot it forever ago. But yeah, it was kind of the panel was a little weird.
Was it?
The panel was a little odd because they kept asking, like every question from the audience was to Peter Dinklage, which is shocking. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, to the point where they made a joke about it. They're like, "Hey, there's other people here." I mean, the only two people I recognized were Elijah Wood and him. Those are the only two people. I didn't recognize the other actors. Unfortunately, I'm sure they're nice and in stuff. Yeah, definitely a Paradise of Godzilla merch. But okay, no, cool. So this is what we go to a tiny theater over here called Digital Cinema, Digital Gym. It's over here in San Diego. It's like it's like a third floor of a building with other stuff in it. And they show small movies like, they'll show David Lynch stuff. They'll show anything, random stuff, which is great. I love it there. And then I heard they were going to show the Toxic Avenger, and I just assumed they were going to show the old Toxic Avenger. But then I saw pictures from the whole thing, and Lloyd Kaufman, Elijah Wood are there in the theater, and it's like, oh, it's the new one. Like, dang, I should have gone. I don't know if I would have got tickets.
Yeah.
It's a real tiny theater, so I don't know if I would have got tickets, but yeah. But that was neat. What else did I see? We saw something for. Man, there's so many little. Like I said, I ate lunch at a lot of panels. Sorry, I can't remember. Hasbro. I watched some of that stuff. That was kind of fun. Oh, I saw Kevin Smith's panel as he always has. It sounds like Kevin Smith's panel is really cool. Yeah. Do you know about his involvement with Comic-Con at all, or?
No, I was about to say I know he also likes coming to Fan Expo in Toronto when he can. He loves coming to Toronto. So, but
he's good at chatting. He's good at talking. I mean, that's because
he's almost he's a good speaker.
Yeah, it's almost like a stand-up act in a way, almost. But I guess he's been going to that Hall H for like almost 20 years or something like that, and so he'll pick. I guess it's every Saturday night. I guess he's always like the last person, and then that was kind of nostalgic. I didn't think I was gonna like it that much. I saw him a few years ago and I liked it, but I just kind of thought I'd heard every story he had. But I'm really glad I went to that. To be honest, who else? Man, I gotta dress up one year.
Yeah, I kept saying the same thing for years whenever I went to conventions. I don't think I only did it once, but
what'd you dress up like?
I did Gandalf because it was a big Lord of the Rings thing that was years and years ago. But
nice.
I always kept saying every year because all my friends were big costumers at the time, and I haven't.
Yeah.
What did you say? Hot.
I would love to have this. That'd be cool. Oh, you mean like they're because they're worth a lot because you can sell them, or is it? Is that what he's saying?
So if you have something like that, I have my dad's stamp collection. I'd never part with it now.
Me too.
Yeah,
I have my grandpa's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what does it call it? Philately or some crap like that. What is it? Being a stamp collector is called something.
Oh. He had them years and years ago, and then he never touched them for like 30, 40 years. But he always says, "Oh, those will be worth something, and that'll be my retirement." And then he never did anything. And then just weeks before he passed away, unexpectedly too, it wasn't like he knew anything was going to happen. He says, one day maybe this will be, you can sell these and get the money for them. But now it's like and then he passed away like 6 weeks later. I'm like, I can't part with these now.
I went through a lot of my grandfather's stamps from I think like basically around 6 years ago. I went through them because now we have the internet and stuff. Philately, that's just a stupid word. Philately, the study of postage stamps.
Oh,
philately, philately. It sounds kind of nasty. I don't know, but anyways, that apparently it sold off. My grandfather knew he was going to die. So he sold off everything that was worth anything right before he died 20 years ago or 25 years ago. Because that's my grandmother was telling me. She's like, oh, he sold off all these like cool gold ones and weird ones, these obscure ones. And then so I got these appraised per se. I just went online and figured it out. And the whole thing was worth like, I don't know, $300. Like, I mean, like tons of stamps that he left over. $300. I ended up posting the ones I just thought looked nice for memory on my wall somewhere back there. So they're still there. I took the ones that look cool just for memory, and then the rest sold the rest. So good stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be like my action figures that my great grandchildren will find, and they're worth the same. Because some things don't like increase in value. It doesn't mean just because they're old doesn't mean they increase in value.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know what they want. Oh.
Interesting. Make money,
Eddie.
What does that mean?
Like them when I was born, 98. Cool. I guess if that was the intention to resell them, then yeah.
This person was born in 98? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Younger than I thought.
Young feller.
Yeah, that's
nice, yeah.
God, what else did I do? Yeah, my only regret is I didn't go to a lot of after parties. Like I should have gotten up the energy to go to more. But the thing is, it's not just that; it's also money. Some of the free ones are not that good, and the ones you pay for are actually pretty good.
I didn't know you have to charge for the after parties. They're always just
some. I would say a lot of them charge because they'll do them inside nightclubs, and they'll like.
Oh, all right.
Depending on the theme, they might deck it out in some big decoration.
See, Anime North that I go to every year,
All free.
it's one of the halls. They open up into a big dance hall, and they serve alcohol there. They have it catered, and there's a bit of food, and it's just a lot of dance music. It's all the young people go to it. I guess and also I used to be on staff. I used to go to like the dead dog parties after when I used to help on staff and that kind of thing. But I don't know, I find some of them were late, and now I've kind of reached. I feel like an old man. I reach a point now where I'm crashing. Well, I was crashing at the time. I was sleeping back then, but I was by the end of the day, after drawing all day and walking around, I was done by like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and we'd sit in my room and chat with some friends in the room. And but my thing now is I actually really enjoy getting up early, and I've had this. It's almost a traditional thing now that I like to have the buffet breakfast.
Oh, nice.
In the hotel. I'll save it. It's like $30-$40, but it's kind of my treat for the weekend, and I'll go have the big buffet breakfast, and I get to see some of the early birds that get up and chat with some of my friends and that are there
Pretty
first
cool.
thing in the morning. So that's been kind of my thing now. I guess that's the old man thing. The older conventioners.
They do have a ball, which my sister went to last year. It was like a masquerade ball. At the top inside the convention center. I haven't seen it. My sister said it was just not her thing. It was big and sad. She said it was a big event, but she said it was just really sad. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what she meant by that.
That's my problem.
Battery would probably be too low to.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I didn't want to see people I knew that much. I mean, I definitely said hi to some people, but I'm like, some people like, oh yeah, I went to school with this guy like 10 years ago in art center. Do I really need to go over there and say hello to this guy at the booth? Not really. Like I can just hang out here. I did Saturday though with an art friend, and we did talk to some people because he's big about doing that. He's big about talking to guys we haven't talked to like in 4 or 5 years. But because he's kind of given up on the arts, he became a real estate guy, and now he's making way more money doing real estate.
Oh yeah.
But can't think of anything else. But yeah, it's always good. It's I try not to take that many pictures this year either, because sometimes I'll take so many, and I'm like, did I really need to take a picture of that item? Like really? Like
I used to be like that. I kind of stopped, but I'd see people with costumes or something fantastic, and I take a picture now more just to put it on social media or maybe on a story or something. It just is kind of fun to see for the weekend, and then that's it doesn't have to be.
I have a question for you. So they had a room there. There's another room that I eat my lunch in, but I like that room. But it is a room where they have a Star Trek video game that I don't know where it is, and I think it's on Steam, where it's the tasks are split up the same way the Enterprise is split up. So there's a captain, and the captain does stuff, and there's the whatever. But there's like 8 people that need to be involved, and then you just kind of watch them play it. I mean, they can pull up people. I had an opportunity to do it. But they were horrible teachers. I saw the person in front of me fumble it up, and I was like, I don't want to be that person. This guy doesn't know how to teach. So, but I was going to ask you, have you ever heard of that? Because I was curious.
Oh, not that. No, that's new to me.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
I'm curious. I'm definitely curious about it, but no, I'll bring that up later with some of the Star Trek gang. That's my friends will see if they've heard of that. But
yeah, it's a good idea because I was. Oh, sorry about that. I was just wondering if it's like a common thing or not. But yeah, sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say. So I was gonna ask actually, is it just like a big? So it is like a big video game, basically, a big digital.
Pretty much.
Video game.
Yeah, it's a big video game. I believe they said it exists on Steam, but I would imagine if you played at home, they probably have to figure out a way to compact it into one job, because there's no way you're gonna need 8 people. You literally need 8 people. That's what I saw.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's a party game.
Kind of fun, actually. Yeah.
Oh, you would love it. Yeah, I mean, I was digging watching it. Again, everybody sucked at it, so it wasn't like I didn't feel like I was getting a full experience even watching it. But but it was good. It was good. Like great lunchroom. Like I said, eating lunch. They had Ren Fair stuff in the back. That was really neat, where people are fighting with swords. God, what else? I didn't go to all the stuff in the back. They have like a giant Adult Swim and like King of the Hill. It was Futurama last year. This time they're promoting King of the Hill from Hulu. They have. I'm sure every convention's like this, right? Every convention is like you can only pick one path, and I
Right.
don't have time for everything, and I don't have time to wait in line for everything, and or I didn't get a ticket for something, and there's no way I can even get it. But that whole back section, I didn't go there much because there was a lot of. It was really hot, It's out in the sun, this back area, so didn't want to do that. They promoted that show Twisted Metal a lot, which I still need to see. I mean, it's a video game also. Yeah, and then I see my other friend who did a whole other separate, things I never heard of over there in the corner. And you're like, oh shit, I should have gone to that corner. I was more concerned with seeing every spot on the main floor. That's my main goal, to kind of see all that.
Everything on the main, yeah.
Yeah, so that's my main thing. Have you heard of the Happy? Is it called a Happy Chef? What is that called? Mini Chef show? Mini Chef? Hold on.
No, that's new to me. Animated or live action or?
It's a stop motion animation. It's called Tiny Chef. Yeah, it's called the Tiny Chef Show. It's on season 3, and I was like, I hadn't heard about it till one of their videos went pretty viral on Instagram. And then now I kind of like, I don't know if it was always around me before and I didn't spot it, but now I'm seeing like, oh, it's there. It was like, there's a panel at Comicon. I'm like, oh, so I'll send you a video that made me kind of like aware of it.
All right.
But yeah, it's pretty sad.
Okay. Maybe Dylan's heard of it on Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look for them then.
Yeah, that one where Tiny Chef got fired, I was like, what is this? That actually made me feel depressed. This is so weird. Whoever's making that show knows like the beats of, I don't know, storytelling, because I was like, man, I actually felt bad about that, and it's just a stupid little thing. But yeah. Anywho, what else?
So, do you know, actually, 2 weeks ago, it was too short notice, and I wouldn't go right now anyways, but somebody sent me an invite to G-Fest.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I remember that in Chicago, right?
She says, when did you call work? Tell them you're sick and come join me at G-Fest. I've got a hotel room for the weekend. And I'm like, I don't, this is too short notice. And right now, I am not, sorry, everyone, I'm not going to the U.S. right now. but
I don't.
It's too dangerous right now for us to try and get across the border. So I'm not doing that. I refuse to go until the Orange Man is gone. But
yes,
I had to tell her I'm not doing that. But no, but it was tempting. That was really tempting. I haven't been to G-Fest in almost 20 years, and I miss going to that. So
where? I mean, when is it exactly?
So it was just 2 weekends. It was a weekend before Comic-Con, I believe.
Okay.
And it was it's in Chicago, or just near Chicago. And so
I'm gonna be there in a month in Chicago. That's what I was like. When is it? It's already passed. Yeah, I'm gonna go visit Vince. We're gonna go out see. He lives in Chicago, so we're gonna go. And I've never visited him in Chicago, and he's been there for a year and a half now. I need to.
I miss having him on the show. It'd be nice to have him.
Yeah, I'll ask him to come back for sure. He's just been super packed. Like he runs like that entire building. The reason he moved to Chicago is he runs that entire department. So like he's like a boss, and I mean I call him on the weekend. That's usually when I call him. So I don't really, I wouldn't say he's not hard to reach for me for sure because he's my best friend. But like I have like a certain time I talk to him. Like I don't even think he can do weekdays at all actually. So that would probably be bad as well. But yeah, I never visited his spot, so I'm gonna go visit his spot there for the weekend, short weekend. Going from Thursday.
Hello, when you do see him. Like I said, we must have him on the show. He's welcome anytime. So yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, where was he living before? I thought
he was living in Alabama for 5 or 6 years.
Oh, is this a bit of a jump then? Move state.
Yeah. So from what I remember, from what I know, it was, I guess, going back 20 years now. Christ. Okay, so San Diego, that's how I met him. Then he went to Las Vegas. Then from Las Vegas, he went to Alabama. And then from Alabama, he's in Chicago. So I think he was in Vegas for 7 years and Alabama for like 7 years after like right before COVID. It was perfect timing.
All right. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere. And now he wants to move back to Vegas, which I hope he
Hmm.
does, because then he can literally drive out here for like random events. He's in driving distance now if he moves out here. But that's another reason, by the way, I'm going to Chicago. We're not just going to a convention. I want to go to visit him because he might not even be there next year. He might request to work remotely again. That's kind of what he's been talking to me about.
Okay.
So
All right. All right. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
he doesn't even have a car though. That's gonna be annoying. We have to Uber everywhere.
Oh shit! I know that feeling, but I'm spoiled though with having a good transit system in this area.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys have good transit, so like, well, maybe the Chicago is good transit. I've only been to Chicago once.
Yeah, Chicago should be better than ours actually.
Okay. Well,
Everyone complains that Toronto's dated, but if you compare it, because when you compare it to like the really big cities, like between like New York and London and England and Japan, it's like we seem to be at the bottom. But comparatively, if you look overall in the rest of the country, that's the world, we're actually doing pretty good. So
yeah. Art-wise, I've been trying to work on my website a lot. Like I'm really like even right now, I'm changing. It's like a middle stage, but
I was going to mention, I did want to actually ask you about that, and it's been renewed now, and I was hoping to do it before today, but I think it went through. They offered. I was going to cancel mine because it was so messed up. I was so confusing, and they offered me. I was going to cancel it because it was like 100 and something for the year. I was like, screw that. Then they offered me something 75% off.
There's a lot. That's
and
a big discount.
So it was like 33 Canadian plus 15 Canadian for the domain name. So it was like 40 something. But it's already gone through, and I thought, all right, so for another year, maybe I'll see if I can try it again, but it's so ridiculously confusing. So I'm going to have to get somebody's help with that. So somebody knows, I think it's WordPress.
Yeah.
I think they
just
use.
look, I'm telling you, like, just get ChatGPT. Like, that's literally what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing.
I can try, but the problem
too easy. It's easier than you think.
It's going
significantly
into,
easy.
like, I mean, I've watched people do YouTube videos on how to build with WordPress, and they go
It's
through.
Better. It's better than the YouTube videos. It's
Is
much
it?
better.
I'll try.
It's 10 times better.
I mean, I'll try. The problem is they keep updating it. Like every week, every couple of weeks, they update something and they move something around. I'm like,
it doesn't matter.
Where it says it's supposed to be. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. ChatGPT is like having a tutor there. Like once you get it, once you get it, they have a little button on the bottom right, and this is a free version.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the bottom right hand corner, they literally have like a little speaker so you can talk into it or something. And I don't mean like talk words into it. I mean you talk into it, a little circle appears.
Right.
And like that little circle, you talk into it and say, hey, my website, it looks like this. Can you take a glance at it? And then you can maybe give them the URL and it'll be like, oh, okay. And then I said, okay, why doesn't this look like this? Can you help me?
Yeah.
And then it'll respond to you like a person and like in voice if you want, right? Or it can also respond through text if you want to have it written down. And then I'll be like, okay, I don't know how to do this thingy here that looks like this. And they're like, do you mean this? I'm like, yes. Okay. Like it's like you're literally talking to a person. It's free. I just got the paid version, so now it doesn't like okay, so there's two voices. There's one voice where you can talk into it and you like, let's say it's talking back to you, you can interrupt it and be like, no, I didn't mean that. That's the paid version that I have.
Oh, all right.
I just got that like this week, but the other version, you have to kind of wait till they're done rambling, for a second. You can kind of stop it with a button, I guess, but you have to wait till they're done rambling. And I'm like, no, I didn't mean that. I meant that. You can talk to a layman. So good. Use it, Phil. I just showed Vince, and he was like, "Whoa, I can't believe I didn't use this."
All right, I will give it a shot. I will give it a try. I'll see what it does,
Yeah.
because I run into some weird problems with that. And
You just narrate what you're saying. That's the thing. It's also a reflection on like how good you are at describing your issues. So if I'm looking at a screen right now, I'll literally tell it out loud. I'll be like, okay, all I'm seeing right now is edit page at the top, edit element, UP code, and like I literally name off everything on top. And I said, that's the only thing I see. Which one is that? And they're like, oh, okay, well, and it'll adjust to that. So, because sometimes they'll tell you to press a button, and I'm like, that button is not there. And they're like, oh, okay, you must be on this version or this version. Oh, okay, cool. And like, The future. I'm telling you, this is insanely good. It's I've already got my mom is using it this way now, and she's
All
like
right.
she's doing stuff that my sister can't do because of it.
I
And my sister's like
will.
30 years
I
younger.
will give it a shot. I'll even do some screen caps, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. Again, I think the biggest thing to remember is talking into it and typing into it like it's a layman, like not a
Right.
program.
Okay.
When you just talk into it like I'm seeing this squiggly line. You mean this? Like talking to it like you're talking to a person. Because in the beginning when my mom was using it, she was like, "Wait a minute, it told me this," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, just explain it." Like, you know what I mean? Just tell it what the problem is, and it'll tell. Anyways, it's good, dude.
Okay.
It's good. I
All
can't
right.
I can't emphasize it enough. Um, Anywho, what is
All
this?
right.
Yeah, sadly. Wait, hold on. The show was canceled. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I just read that right now, Dylan. I'm sorry. That was like 10 minutes ago. Sorry. He's talking about the Tiny Chef show when he was fired. I'm gonna send you that clip later.
All right. Yeah. You see what you're talking about.
Because that was what turned me into like a little like kind of a fan. I was like, oh damn. Yeah, it's kind of interesting to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Yeah, people were essentially
That
stealing
is the
girls.
downside, is that it does
Is it-
require so much power and it uses a lot of water. There's that's the thing with
Oh,
any
yeah.
kind of AI, is
True.
that it uses a lot of resources, a lot of like clean water and that sort of thing. But
There's one called
girlfriend,
Sesame. There's one called Sesame AI. If you ever use that one is billing itself as the most convincing AI ever, and it's pretty close. Meaning, it's not about talking to the AI for information. Because to be honest, I've tried to get information out of it, and it's like, I'm not ChatGPT. It'll literally say
Oh.
something like that. It's because you'll talk to it. I'll link you to this too, Phil, because it's also free. But this is just to mess around with to see how creepy it is, because it's actually funny, it's witty, and it's got a personality. So it's kind of bratty, And you're like, oh my god, this person.
Sesame AI.
It's called Sesame AI, and I think in beta form, and even their beta form is crazy. It's one's called they have a guy and a girl version. One's Maya, and the other one's I forget what it was called. But my sister refused to stop talking to it. She was just like, "This is too creepy. Like, it's too real." Like,
Oh, yeah.
So, but
Did you ever see that? There was a movie called Her, I think it was called.
it's exactly like that. You can, okay. I mean, that's already happening, right? Like what Dylan just wrote here. Yeah, people were doing like AI girlfriends. Thank God I'm fully formed adult, because I'm sure when I was a kid, I probably would have been destroyed by some of this, like the AI girlfriend crap. But I mean, luckily I'm not an idiot or a little kid, so like it should be fun. I do worry about society though, for sure, with the emotional parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me think. And the dangers of AI art, of course, and the robots that could kill us. Did you see those robots in China?
No. Oh, those ones walking around there, but they're like 3 feet tall. But yeah, they look like they walk like people, and they're creepy.
Yeah, and they use them like to entertain.
Yeah.
Yeah. People in the new age community are saying they'll have it. I haven't read enough about that to know about that. I think it's inevitable though that something bad will happen, but I can't do anything about it. I mean, what I'm saying? And I think to act like that's going to happen in the next year is, what am I going to do really? I mean, yeah. That's like saying a meteor is going to hit the earth in like a few years. What am I going to do? Like not do nothing?
Just
chill out on my couch, not pay my bills.
Well, the one that was supposed to hit the Earth now says it looks like it's going to hit the moon instead. So that one's been diverted. But
yeah, I thought there was one that it was like the percentage went down, right?
Yeah.
On
it. They won't. Yeah.
It's not going to hit our moon. It's really going to hit our moon. That would.
The one they had projected to hit Earth is instead now the way the moon is circling. They're saying no with the angle. They says no. It's more of a chance of it hitting the moon, but it's still only like a 3% chance it'll actually hit it. So it was even less that it would hit Earth. So that one's okay. It'll be something we don't expect. If one hits us, it'll be coming from a direction we're not looking, and it'll be like nowhere.
So I talked about this on that earlier live. I didn't mention it here, but we had a tsunami warning last night. So I was
Yes,
wondering if I was just gonna have to cancel
I
everything and
heard that
move all that crap out.
the BC it apparently blew over, no pun intended. But apparently it's not an issue now. So for BC, so I don't know if it's the same in California, but apparently it's like no, it's you guys are gonna be
For
okay.
California, it's no longer an issue. I don't know what happened to Hawaii because that's how could that not be an issue? I'd have to look that up. But I think Hawaii was evacuating and stuff. We didn't even have to evacuate. And by the way,
Okay.
I'm like right on the coast. I mean, I could walk. It takes me 10 minutes to
All
walk.
right, eh?
Less than 10 minutes to walk to the beach here. So
Jeez.
I was freaking out because we're not like,
Yeah.
we're not central here at all.
Mm. That's why
yeah, I
I'm
was
near
working.
the lake. I'm like right on the edge of the lake, but
Well, you're in a lake, right? Like, wait, like a big lake?
yeah, one of the Great Lakes, Lake Ontario.
Oh, okay.
It's just like I think we walk 10 minutes down the street and I'm in the water.
Was there a danger there at that point, or does it not? Is it not the same?
Not for the lakes. No, that's
Okay.
the only
We have
danger in these
signs.
lakes is being polluted.
Yeah, we have signs over here. Literally, there's tsunami warning sign.
Oh,
yeah,
is that right?
that popped up a few years ago, but it's kind of hard to predict, of course. But I think we got the okay about 4 a.m. over here, where
Right,
it's like, okay,
okay.
it'll be low-key. Surprise, Corey Kerr hasn't popped in.
Corey Kerr is one of our art friends.
Oh, nice. The
Okay.
what are your other plans that you kind of started mentioning for art? Like you said, you had a couple other plans.
Oh,
right?
just to kind of get live streams going. Mainly, it was just
Nice.
just to I really wanted to lay out something for doing this like a couple of days a week and get the website up and start kind of just as I wanted to do more lives with TikTok or Instagram and just start producing work, and that's
You just start doing it mindlessly and then start to put thought behind them.
The YouTube videos, I started to shoot a YouTube video. I have to redo it, unfortunately, because there was some technical issues, but I was going to do something because XP Pen talk about the tablet issues with that. I wanted to go over, and I've been looking at. I've got. Remember the first one died. I had a 22-inch that completely died on me. Then they sold me, so I gave them shit about it, and then they sold me a 24-inch that was kind of half price. And that's the one I got here, but now it's giving me issues. It's kind of blinks on and off every once in a while. The USB-C connection doesn't always connect properly, and or doesn't, I don't know, it loses the connection somehow. So I took the 22-inch and I took that into a shop to see if it can be fixed, and they're going to get back to me in a couple of days. So if they can fix it, then I might use, I don't know. I've been thinking of almost selling both of them, and then I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. I've been looking at those what do they call them? Just the plain tablets that aren't the screen tablets, to see if I could try them. One of the reasons I stopped trying to use those is because I can't I don't have the hand-eye coordination. As I tried as hard as I could for years, and they drove me batshit crazy. So I really wanted a display tablet. Now that I've got them, I've gone through like 3 of them, and there are always issues with them, constantly issues. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting through XP Pen, but they've ruined their name for me. I'll never support them again. But so I don't know. But the tablets, to get one of those plain tablets, are really cheap. So Wacom. Wacom. Well, Wacom's the expensive one. Like, there's different, depending on what you're getting, there's different tiers. So Wacom is Wacom's the most expensive. If you want to get the plain tablets, they're a little more cheaper. But then going down from that, there's Huion. They're also expensive.
Yeah, I got a Huion. I got a Huion.
Huions are good, and then there's XP Pen, and XP Pen has ruined their reputation for me. And there's other kind. There's Gammon. There's something called Zenslabs, which is really pricey. They're as much as Wacom. They're ridiculously, insanely expensive. Yeah. But there's some different brand names. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you get what you pay for if you pay less. But you still, like, these things were still over $400 each, and that was getting them on sale. They're normally up around $600 or more. So I'm like, do I want to keep forking that over and then every 2 years have them crap out on me, or like, what do I do? So I don't know. But I was going to make kind of a little video about that, and
that's a good idea. You could also, you know, what you should do is make a video and then put affiliate ads in the
Yeah.
description. That's what I'm gonna start doing more
I
often.
can do that. I have to. I'm not in a position to get affiliate kickbacks yet. I don't think. No, I've only got about 230 subscribers. So.
Oh yeah. Also, I do have. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you because I'm gonna throw out an unrelated, semi-unrelated thing.
Change the
So
topic.
I got a really good YouTube tip that because I was trying to figure out, so I've been through this for a while, and I was trying to figure out why the YouTube channel was going up and down, mostly down since I started adding shorts, and I always kind of assumed the shorts were doing. I knew something was wrong with the shorts, and I think it took a few other channels to confirm to me that. Like I there's a few channels I choose to believe, and it makes sense where they went through like 100 different channels, and the shorts will always affect your long form content because that's what I felt when I started adding shorts about a couple years ago on my YouTube. It starts to it pulls down the length of time somebody watches the video. Basically, so like overall it gives this average across the channel, and then it just starts to show like, hey, people only stay on the video for 2-3 seconds, because some of the
See, that's
shorts
what
are
I
like
need
that.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, and YouTube lies to you. Like if I type this into like search engines, everything, they will all say like,
Really?
no, the data's compiled separately. And I'm like, I know something's wrong. So for example, I really knew something was super wrong. I want to say 2 months ago, when like YouTube gives you your analytics and it tells you what is popular within the last 48 hours, 24 hours, last hour, what are the top viewed things. Have you gone through your analytics, right?
Sometimes I do. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get a good idea of what's popular on your channel. That's how I make the next videos. It's like what's hitting right now in the last 48 hours. Like, okay, I should make another Sonic video because there's a shitload of Sonic videos or something. But so I saw that half, and I looked at the big row of 20 of the top. More than half were shorts, and I'm like, that's not good because shorts pay out much, 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 much less than a video. Like, yeah. So it's like a joke. So I was kind of looking, I was like, oh, wait, that's why my views are going up and my subscribers are going up, but my money was going down. And I mean, I know that fluctuates with the season as well, but like it was more than normal. And I was like, what is this? There's like is they're prioritizing shorts again, like more than half, it was like 16 out of 20 at the top were short. So I just deleted every short. I just privated all of them. And what I heard is that you should make a separate channel for your shorts, or if your channel's a shorts channel, just make a separate one. It'll be all shorts, and you just use it as a traffic source to your main channel, your long form content.
All right. I do have a separate channel. I don't. Maybe I should try putting the shorts. Sorry, something fell.
Yeah.
Just put the shorts on that. Because I have
maybe.
a separate channel called Life with Phil, which is supposed to be more things about like maybe cooking. Whoops.
Well, you also forget they're free. I mean, you could always make a brand new one.
My screen went black from there. That's back. Sorry, everything just went black for a second. I'm like, what just happened? Sorry.
Simbin Picasso tablet. I never heard of that one.
Yeah, I kind of want to jot that down. I'm kind of curious to look into that. Is it like is a tablet like a computer like an iPad or a Galaxy, like that kind of thing, or is it like a plain drawing tablet you have to hook up to a monitor?
I'm sure he'll reply to us. Really quick though on the shorts.
I'll look that up.
You can always make a brand new. You can always make a brand new channel. It doesn't. They're free. These accounts are. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It might even be better to do it fresh, because if you do it fresh and just start posting shorts right away, it'll react much differently than if you're trying to change it from long form content all of a sudden to because some of them they'll take over the channel. Basically, if some people will get addicted to that and they'll add more shorts than regular videos, and I mean much more. Right. So if you have 70% of your videos are shorts, you got a shorts channel, not a long form channel, So you just have to like figure it out. And luckily I didn't have that many shorts that I couldn't, I think like only 5% of my channel was shorts. So I chopped it, It's shocking to see the views go down though, because that's what I saw. The views went way down, but the money stayed the same. And I'm like, okay, so in the end, it's not that big a deal,
Okay, all right. I'm not a big shorts person though. Like I might throw something up occasionally, but it's more just to direct attention to the long form. I really am like I
Mhm.
really would prefer doing long form.
Well, I'll give you an example. Like chop like chop 30 seconds out of this thing, you know. Chop, like, you know what I mean, put it on there, and
Yeah.
then now you have a traffic source into another channel, you know. That's how every other channel does it.
Mhm.
Or do the long form, right? You could do like a 10-minute segment of this hour and a half thing. That one you'd probably put it here though. Like a 10-minute one. But do you have some that auto captions? Have you ever used that before?
Auto captions. Oh, I have used them. I
Those are
haven't.
cool.
Yeah, not very much. I never think to, but I haven't. If I put up like a fresh made video, like an actually pre-recorded, edited video, yes, I like doing that for sure.
Yeah, it's cool because a lot of people watch it on their phone on mute. I've heard. I know that does help your retention for sure to have captions, because some people just don't have the sound on for whatever reason.
Yeah. I've heard of that. Some people sneak it on. They want to sneak on YouTube at work or something, but they can't. They can't turn it up loud, so they put the
I'm like,
caption so they can read it. And yeah,
how's work? How's work, by the way? I didn't really ask you about that.
it's work. It's a cleaning job. It's minimum wage monkey job. That's about it. It brings in extra money. I think that's why I kind of wanted to try and ramp things up, as I'm going to have to either try and get more hours, but the problem is the job pays minimum wage, so it's either get more hours or I have to look for something else that pays better. So unless I can do something here, here's my dilemma that I keep, and I've talked about this before, and I've ranted about this before, and I've Oh, what's the name of your channel, Enrique?
It's
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, am I able to type it back? I was gonna write it. It's easy pictures to draw. It has like a little teddy bear or whatever. It has like a little lion on it. You know, not a creative name. I was following a keyword, but just easy pictures to draw, drawing. I don't know. Easy pictures to draw is the name of the channel. I might actually rebrand that because I kind of want it to be more unique. I'm debating on it though because it makes the most money out of anything I have, so I worry about messing with it. You know.
Yeah, there's a link to it. We'll see if that.
Perfect.
There we
Sweet.
go. Yeah, this is kind of the dilemma, and I've rambled about this before, but I want to really get things going with my YouTube channel. I really wanted to use it as part of a way of creating an income, and I don't mean being a YouTuber and making money off of just
like streaming, like videos.
No. Blah. Brain feels a little overloaded at the moment. What do you call it? Your AdSense? Like you don't put all your eggs in one basket, kind of thing, right? So I'm not talking about that, but as much as using it to create something else for myself that is art related, and it's hard to sit down and plan it and actually begin working on it because I do have this other job on the side that you can't, and it's sporadic. It's funny because it is just a part-time job, but when you start getting called in for extra shifts and you're called in during the day and somebody else messages you and says, listen, I'm sick, and you know I'm going to be the one who's going to have to cover it, and it's all over the place. And I can't just sit down and start working on something if I know I have to go to work. And you know, if I start a job at 6:30, by 4:30, I have to have a shower. I have to pack some food for that night. I usually stop and get groceries on my way in, and then so I'm leaving my place at about 4:35. So that's a good 8-9 hours just to cover a 6.5 hour shift. When it takes a huge chunk out of your day, so it's very invasive. As opposed to, and I've talked about this before, about as opposed to say somebody who might have a full-time job, even a family, but they work their 9 to 5, they come home and spend time with the family, and then they have a couple hours at night they know they can kind of dedicate to whatever they're doing, and they can plan their life out like that every day, Monday to Friday. But this is kind of like all over the place. Am I going to have this day off? Can I plan to do this? Oh, nope, you can't. So
right.
It's, you don't know, and you sit every day waiting to find out whether or not am I going to get a call, what's going to happen today. So that's been a huge frustration for me and has always thrown me off my game on this sort of thing. So
Yeah, no, I think sometimes when I set aside like a full day to do something, there are times where I just don't get that much done
Yeah.
anyway. And like, so I think I kind of started just kind of, so even like the banner for my website, I'm trying to fix it. I thought that was going to take me one full afternoon. It took me like a week of
Mm.
like peppering it because I had to do, and I say had to do, but like, I have to create a certain amount of videos per week for the other channels.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I was like, oh shit, I guess I can't do it Monday because I spent all day trying to make 5 videos for the kids, the younger channel, and then I'm trying to nurture this other two channels, and which I'm doing pretty good on, like nurturing them. And then I was when am I gonna have time to do this? So it took me really like a week and a half when I thought it was just gonna take me an afternoon, and I'm
Right.
still not done. I still have to do the code with ChatGPT. But it's getting there. It's gradually getting there, especially when you're up at night and you're like, well, I could just push it and stay up even later, but then I'm like, well, I'm paying for that the next day. What's that comment say?
I saw a short saying the captions are becoming popular due to our sound equipment being high quality. You used to pick up the characters' voices, but now you pick up leaves rustling, honks, etc. Okay.
You do ASMR.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's true. Some of the high quality, you need those soundproofing things almost in a whole separate room just to. But I don't know. I mean, as long as audio is clear and you can understand what everybody's saying, that's the main thing. Like, you don't want, as long as you can hear and understand everything. That's I think the biggest thing.
There is an ASMR art channel. I mean, I've seen one.
I
don't know if
they used to be the thing for a long time. People loved ASMR channel, and you can people still do ASMR videos. I don't know if it's as popular as it was, but about 5 or 6 years ago, wow, they were.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah,
but I meant like an art one specifically. I'm sure that there's a few of them, but I meant there's one guy who's just really, really good, doesn't say a word, and then he's just like. But I don't think it's a fake sound. I think it literally goes with the drawing, and I'm like, this is kind of weird and relaxing. It doesn't say anything, but he's also insanely good. So I was just kind of watching it for the video. He's like from Japan or something. So
all right, okay,
yeah. But yeah,
what's this? I found the video on the second reason.
I don't know. I keep playing too
pretty popular with my generation. Oh, okay.
Also been what's it called? I ran into, I know two other, I wouldn't call them friends. I ran into two coworkers 2 weeks ago from when I was a club promoter in downtown over here. So they're bar guys, and they both want to make YouTube channels on like random stuff. So they've been asking me a ton of questions. Yeah. So.
It does take a long time before you can actually generate an income with it, though. Like it takes a lot of dedication to that. So you almost have to have, like a stable enough income or enough saved up in order to in order to sustain yourself while you're trying to get things going. But it could take months. It could even, some people said it's taken a couple of years. So.
And sometimes it never happens. I mean, that's a thing.
It depends on how you play the game, I guess. Because some people can be really successful, and others not so much. Yeah. So,
I mean, our like I said, almost every person I went to Art Center with started a YouTube channel, and only like a handful of them stuck with it longer than like a year. Like maybe. I mean, that Rod guy. I mean, I was not supposed to say his name, but that Rod guy, he was somebody I worked with, and. All of them also started channels. He's the only one that kept going, and now he's like, got a pretty big channel on every platform. It seems like. Mostly hate ASMR. I understand hating ASMR, Dylan. I understand that it can be annoying to some people. I think it's relaxing, but
depends on who. I've heard a couple that were really. There used to be somebody on. It was on Twitch. But he was really good. Like he was actually his stuff was actually really, especially and he had really good sound equipment with 2 mics and had all this fancy stuff. And it would be almost like music. And he would have a little bit of soft music in the background. And then he would go through this whole thing of making these really gentle sounds. And if you have the earphones in, it would be this back and forth. And wow, it was really something else. I thought he's really invested a lot of time and money into it. That's one of the few I thought were really good. But
there was one I saw with a filmmaker. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, forgive me. But there was a filmmaker who had made one as well. Like everything was like color graded, and I'm like, what is this? This is awesome. I can't remember the name of that. Sorry, I cut you off. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, not really. That's okay. But I was just saying that some people would just come in and just blow in or talk really low, and then that stuff doesn't interest me. But
rebranded. On and off election. Yeah, I guess a lot of people are on and off. I mean, it's kind of hard. You kind of have to be. When I say on, it doesn't mean you have to be on every day of the week. You know, if you can only do one video every 2 weeks, do it. You know, but as long I know YouTube really cares about consistency. Let's just say you do one video every like 3 weeks. As long as it's every 3 weeks, same time on a Monday. I don't know why that matters. They care about that.
I would like to be able to at least do one a week if I can. One good, decently produced video once a week, and then my live, 1 or 2 lives. And I think that would.
You do pretty good on live. I think you do lives pretty consistently now.
I tried to. I was off for a couple of weeks there just because shit was all over the place. But I was trying to, and I need to make the lives a little more engaging and just make the channel in general a little more engaging.
Like cartoons everywhere, like a little avatar, like a bear. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. When what's he saying? Let me see. Oh, okay. I thought there was another thing. When I went to Japan, I learned that they use cartoons for everything. Like I'm talking about every dry cleaner has like a little cute bear or a little cute beaver or a little cute, and they were talking about. I saw a reel about why they do that, and it's like a whole business thing, but it works because you remember it. You're like, oh, yeah, I remember that little like otter thing, whatever that is. I love the comedy where the guy's acting like he's spelunking. What? What the hell?
Spelunking with a friend and gets near spelunking. Isn't that? I always thought spelunking was
diving into like holes in the ground.
Yeah.
But I guess spelunking is also like some disgusting term, I guess, as well. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Maybe. Every time I see that word now, all I can think of is the Nutty Putty Cave incident there about 15 years ago.
That's really grim.
It is. But every time I hear that word, now that's all I can think of.
I think about South Park. They used it in the way he's using it right now, I believe, actually.
Oh.
That Trump episode was great. Did you see that?
I did see the clips that everybody was posting. Apparently, there was another one posted. Or they did another one.
I think there's gonna be another one. Did it air today or something? I heard
somebody told me it was airing already, but I'll have to look and see.
Okay, the first one's definitely airing. I mean, the first one I saw already. That was pretty awesome. They kind of went overboard at the end, I thought, but I mean, overboard in a funny way. Because I think when they get to like, was he diving, exploring caves? Yeah. Oh, he does mean spelunking. I thought he meant some weird sexual thing. Okay. he means actual. Well, because South Park used it in a sexual way.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I was like, all right, I get it now. He means actuals. By the way, who does that? That looks like the most dangerous thing of all time.
It looks terrifying to me. Like when I heard about that incident, I was just I was like, you will never catch me ever doing that. That's just a terrifying thought of being stuck in something like that and never being able to get out.
Yeah. I don't even see how that's like. I mean, I don't see how that's like fun. I guess if you explore, I'm trying to think of like from that point of view. Because for me, I'm not, you know, I'm not claustrophobic, but that would make me claustrophobic.
Yes. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
I'll go walk. Like if it's a public place where you can go walking through caves and you can see stalactites and they're like really open spaces and you go in groups and tour groups. Sure, that would be a blast. But these like tight spaces that people get into, screw that. Nope.
These are like coffin like areas.
No.
Yeah, somewhere you can't move or hardly move. Right, you're just kind of like. I will say this: I'm not like claustrophobic in a crowd. I noticed at all.
Yeah,
I think that might be from the club promoter stuff. I'm just like used to being like, well, I'm almost squished, but who cares? I got 10 minutes, Phil. Is there any topic we can talk about? For 10 minutes.
10 minutes. This is I was
This is an
sort
hour
of
and a half.
taking the reins on this, so it's up to you.
Let me see.
I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about because we covered. I mean, I might, talked about. I mean, I did.
You can get the Star Trek notes out
instead of. I don't quite understand. Yes.
I think he means like the live, like schedule them ahead, like far in advance, as opposed to.
Well, that's that's a whole nother discussion. I'll have to. Because I get calls short notice to come into work. Like I could plan ahead for live and then I'll get a call that says, we need you to come into work because everybody's sick. Can you start in 3 hours? And then it'll be the day of my live and then it'll be done. Like I can't, and I have to do it. I have to take it.
Maybe you could go live there.
At work, I can't. At the YMCA, I don't even walk into the change rooms while
Aren't you?
Live.
That's funny. How's the new place? Like, I know you've already discussed it, but how has it been developing? You've been there for what, a month?
It's all right. Like it's still the same. I'm the one nice thing is that it's cold. Like the AC is the AC keeps it really cold. I have to switch the AC off at night sometimes because it just gets too cold. It's like a freezer in here some days. So it's been really hot. Like we've been getting a lot of heavy humidity. But really bad humidity. We're going through heat waves.
Oh wow!
But yeah, is Paul Pate still here?
Paul Pate.
Paul, are you still here? He was. Maybe he's gone. I know he turns in early. But yeah, yeah. Otherwise, though, it's fine. I have a lot of stuff in storage. I have to take some things out, reduce my storage because it's too expensive. But otherwise, like this is, yeah. Otherwise, it's fine for now until I move again. But we'll see.
It's pretty cool.
All day at a time. But
it's one thing I noticed with the workout stuff, right? That I've been doing. It's not like I'm working a lot. It's like 3 times a week or something. But like. Is the more I do it, the more mindless it becomes in a good way. And it kind of reminds me of when I first started learning how to draw, where you just kind of do it. And it kind of reminds me of the way the lives are. You just do it. So I don't know. Eventually you just start to.
How often do you go in? How often do you
go live?
How often are you like your workouts like to use it?
Well, it's just 3 times a week. So like maybe like Monday, Thursday, and maybe again on Sunday, and it'll change. It's not. But I need to get in at least 3. Maybe like 1 weight, and then I did that bicycle thing. So my 2 female friends will drag me to a lot of cool stuff. So like, like the bicycle. I never did that bicycle cycling class before. That was pretty hard.
Okay.
Because you push yourself as hard as you want, right? I could just kind of like relax and be really lame and be like, that was kind of a workout, or try as hard as they're telling you like you should try to cycle. But now I started weights with my dad actually every Wednesday. So every Wednesday.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
Because he wants to get back into it too. My dad has better genetics than me, so like we ideally have the same genetics, but I'm more like my mom, where it's incredibly hard for me to gain any form of muscle, even when I was young. And then my dad at 23 looked like he was on steroids, which he don't think he took.
You were telling me that your dad actually was. Are you saying something about that he was a bodybuilder, or that he was?
No, I wasn't a bodybuilder.
Oh, all right. He was just really into it.
Not really. He was a construction worker. He just he was just built a lot. I just remember seeing photos of him when he was 24, 25, and I'm like, oh, well, he looks like he's on steroids. I don't think he is, because he was just lifting concrete and crap like all the time. He's a construction worker. But I was like, okay, I don't think he's took anything. So I'm like, all right, he just has better genetics. And my mom was always like I said, I definitely take after my mom physically. Oh, he did a lot of sports. That's the thing. He did a lot of sports. I did not. I did the typical.
Yeah.
You're not a sports guy.
I would enjoy the gym. I really would. It's just I work at a YMCA, so that's the only thing in the area. So it's kind of hard to go in to use something when it's also your place of employment.
You can't do it right after or right before.
So you can't do after because we actually closed the place. So we can't we can't do after. I could try before. I'm just scared of like burnout, and then I have to do a shift.
It's funny.
But I could maybe try and do that beforehand, see if I
It
can.
might make your heart race a little, and it might actually wake you up. And
Yeah, maybe it'll help me sleep for sure. But I also don't want to go in to use the gym and then have my boss or somebody there come up and go, "Oh, you're here. Do you want to work?" They'll do that.
That's pretty funny.
They'll do. Value Village. I used to work at Value Village before COVID. They were awful for that. I'd go in there just to shop something, or maybe just to see if I could pick. I was looking for something. I went to Value Village. I work there. I get a discount. And as soon as I walk in the door, "Oh, can you work tonight?" Everybody's away. No one's showing up for their shifts. Then I'd be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" So yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
And I'm terrified they're going to do that. They've done that once before at the Y already. I'm like, don't do that to me. Don't. When I walk in there, I'm not.
Yeah, that would piss me off. Like, but yeah, I don't know, man. Just you'll get it. It's just keep working. Like after this, I got to do a couple of things, and one of them is before the night is over to continue fixing the header to this website so it looks presentable. When you said that,
I'm his twin brother's fan. Yeah, no, I don't do this. No.
Is this like an inside joke? What are we talking about?
No. He's saying, "Oh, you can say that you're Philip's twin." I'm like, "Yeah, it'll go over." It's like, "No, I'm not Philip. I'm his twin brother."
Oh yeah, that's true. You can wear a hat, a goofy hat or something. Just wear like a hoodie. Just wear something. All right, I'm good. I guess. I'm done. I'm done chatting. I gotta go.
All right, well, it's good chatting with you. And I'll let you know what happens with the website and everything else. So I might maybe hit you up on something on that. But I'll try the GPT.
Just download it. It's do you have an iPhone? Do you have an Android? I think they have them both though.
Oh, can you just not access it on desktop? I thought you could use like desktop and.
You use desktop too, but it's so much better on your phone because then your hands are. You have like. At least for me, you can do as you will. But like for me, I'm just gonna have it in my hand, talk into it, and then like I don't know, like I don't have to like occupy my screen or.
Oh, all right. Screens, maybe that's I could.
Yeah. Do whatever you need to do.
I'll figure it out. I'll fill around and figure it out.
It's free and everything. So.
Yeah, well, this has been good to see you again, man. So we'll keep in touch. We'll chat. Talk to you again soon. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, hit me up in a couple of weeks. Shortly. 2 weeks again. Just hit me up.
All right, sounds good. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
See you guys. See everybody. See you, Dylan. See you, Phil.
All right. So, add guest, copy link. We're gonna start the second part of the show if there's anybody still available to do that. Dylan, I'm gonna do. I don't know if you're a Star Trek fan or not, but I'm gonna see if I can get the people on here for the second half of that I was planning. Let's see if I can bring it up. Ba-ba-da. I think they all left. And I'll see if I can get Dave up here. There, I think that's it. That's the guest link, and if that doesn't, I don't know. That's the one that I think I sent them just the link to Streamlabs. That's actually the link to being a guest. That should be it. If there's not a reply to anybody. But okay. Cheers. Yeah, not everyone is. I'm hoping. I talked about this earlier. What I'm hoping actually is because there's so many things in pop culture that I like. I thought maybe it'd be fun to I'll do a Star Trek thing tonight because I missed the Mondays. Eventually, I also want to do like a kaiju thing where I can talk about I've got Shin Godzilla. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention to Enrique is Shin Godzilla is getting a re-release in theaters for its 9th or 10th anniversary, I believe. And it's supposedly for its 10th anniversary, but it's only been out 9. It came out 9 years ago. So Tyson still isn't there. But anyways, yeah, I thought that might be so. In a couple of weeks, when I do that, maybe I'll do both aren't a Star Wars fan either. Yeah, you're definitely of a different generation than me for sure. I grew up in the the 70s and 80s when those original three movies were a big deal to us as kids, and those will always be kind of my Star Wars movies. The prequels and the sequels and the TV series are fun to watch, but I don't know, those original three movies were something special to me, and those will always be kind of my Star Wars. Everything else that came after was just stuff I watched, but it's I like to see Shin Godzilla in the theaters because I didn't know it was okay. Yeah, I remember when they talked about that. I go all the way back because I'm old. I remember growing up with what they called the Showa series, which was the movies between the original 54 movie and up till what would be Terror of Mechagodzilla. That was the last one that was in what was called the Showa era. Those first 15 movies. Yes, I was going to mention that shortly. So that's kind of what I grew up with, the old ones. And I remember when those kind of went on hold from about 76 to 84, and then they announced Godzilla 1985, which came out in 84 in Japan, but here they got Raymond Burr back to shoot some extra scenes, and they edited it together to make Godzilla 1985, and that was a big deal. I remember that it was even at the cinema, but I didn't go see it. I got it when it came on video release, a VHS. I couldn't wait to grab it and watch it. And I was, I was 17, 18 at the time. And that's what I didn't know, that was going to start off what was called the Heisei movies. And that's next. And they're named after whoever was the Japanese emperor at the time. So the first set of movies were the Showa. Then the ones from 85 through to Godzilla versus Destroyer was what they called the Heisei era. And it was kind of revived. They put more money into it. It was still a guy in a suit, but they kind of put more money into it, and they gave new origins to all the old monsters. So he would fight Ghidra and Mothra, and some new monsters as well. But they were more these kind of almost standalone kind of movies. So that's I've got Travis in here. I'll bring Travis up and we can kind of chat for a little bit. I was hoping kind of more would come in. Give me 1 second there. Let me see if I can click this and add this in right. But yes, Shin Godzilla 2 is something they announced, which is interesting because there's also the other one, the Godzilla -1 is getting a sequel. But let's bring this up. Hi, Travis.
Can you hear me?
Hey, it's a little muffled. I can kind of hear you. It's just a bit muffled. Let me see if I can. Hold on. Let me bring this up. Let's try that. There was a little audio. I'm not sure if you're coming through.
Can you hear me?
Oh, 98. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Universe was a 98 movie, Dylan. Some people like it, though. Yeah, it's a little bit muffled. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. Hang on one moment. Let me see if I can.
Okay. It's a bit soft, but I might be Gen Z, but had Boomer. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all the stuff I grew up with, too. I was hoping Dave might pop in later. I talked to Katie, and Katie said that she wanted to, but she was too tired. Oh, now you're gone completely. I can't hear anything now. Are you still hearing me okay? I can understand that for the 98 movie. The American one is, yeah. There's a certain charm to its own. It's kind of a Godzilla knockoff, but We're just gonna we'll see if we can get Travis set up here.
My audio's not coming through good.
It's kind of muffled. Like I can hear your voice, but it's not very clear, unfortunately. I don't know what to. I've got your audio turned up. I don't know. Well, log out and log back in. I think it's a. Okay, I got you set up. It just won't do. Oh. Does it anything to do with Talk Studio? Like, do you have the same problem with StreamYard?
So, oh my goodness. Can you still hear me?
It's well, that little bit is still sounded muffled. I don't know what to suggest. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, it's really. Whoops! Something just changed there.
All my settings are good.
Oh wow! No, it's just not. I'm so sorry.
Well,
yeah, this is still poor. I don't know. I could try. I hear the beeping.
I mean, you coming through perfectly. I mean,
Okay, that's a little better there. As soon as you start talking a bit more, it comes through a little bit better. It might be. We'll try it for now. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I mean, I got it turned up as maximum on my end as possible.
As you can, yeah. I don't know. Is it? Do you have a mic or is it?
It's a Bluetooth. It's Bluetooth headphones.
To that, okay. All right. Well, we'll try and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I had hoped maybe to get a couple more in here, but as I said, Katie hasn't been feeling very good. She's kind of off. Dave is dealing with something and might try and pop in. Tyson hasn't even opened his messages yet. I don't think he even saw them.
Let me tell you this about Katie. She because I know you wasn't on Dave's show on Monday. He messaged me on Twitter and asked me if I was feeling co-host because she wasn't feeling good. Katie's been, you know how Katie has some physical problems that she goes through, and she, it's just a lot of stuff that she has.
Right.
So she wasn't able to fill in. Well, she wasn't able to feel the need that she was able to co-host with Dave. And this particular past episode, it was just me, Dave, and Zach, and it was a very fun. It was a very fun episode, actually. I mean, because we talked, and we actually gained about 30 viewers. If not, I don't know. I think more. I don't know. Dave said that we gained a lot of viewers, but Tyson wasn't able to join because he was doing something as well and stuff and everything else. It takes him a good minute to get back, so don't be alarmed. I send Tyson text messages,
right?
And I tell you, it takes about a week before he opens my messages. You know, he
Oh, is that right? Okay, so he needs a lot of advance notice then for something like that.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
yeah. So don't feel bad. Don't feel like disappointed because hey,
Okay.
I'm like Tyson with when I send Tyson messages. He takes a good long while before he sees and opens it and everything else to even
Okay.
respond to me. Okay. Yeah.
All right. All right. I was.
So I'm able to join because I mean right now I'm in between jobs.
For like I know like Katie, yeah, Katie, it's also it's 3 a.m. where she is, so it's really late, and I know her sleep's been off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find, I don't have Zach on Facebook, and I was trying to find him on I thought he had added me on Instagram, but I couldn't find him, so I'm like,
Are you on our Discord? Are you on Discord, the VT Discord?
oh, I forgot all about that. I think I am, but I've forgotten. I don't use it that much, so I'd completely forgotten about Discord.
Oh yeah, I got the notification turned on, and I tell you the Discord thing because I have notification. I can turn it off, but like
Mhm.
everybody sends different kind of memes, or we talk to each other, and friend requests. Like if I want to directly message like Cassie, I
Right.
will. Like, I got him. I got his cell phone number, so I don't have to. But like if I wanted to, we've done it before too, where we video and talk
Right.
and everything. But like Zach's on there too, so if
Okay.
that's the way Zach is on, I don't know if you have extra Twitter, you can get a hold of him like that on there. But like
Okay.
Zach is on Discord too if you want Discord.
All right. Yeah, no, I never thought about Twitter. I don't really use Twitter that much either, so it's a I don't really like it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Hey, I mean
Yeah.
that's why they Manu and Tyson and the rest of us we created the whole podcast thing and stuff. And now I'm moving into the realm of like almost like a little TV studio.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I wanted to do this because I kept missing out on Monday night shows, and I kind of really wanted to talk about the last couple of episodes, and I thought, well, maybe I can do something on the tail end of my own live here when I talk with Enrique. I thought after that, I'm still awake and I'm up. I thought, want to see if people are interested in jumping on, so
Oh yeah.
I can kind of talk about it a bit more here. At least kind of feel like I can get out everything I wanted to say because because by the time I get it, like I might be able to do next week's, but we're now like on episode 4, and I'm like, I kind of wanted to go back and talk about those first 2, but
Oh yeah, we still can. We still can. I mean,
yeah,
it's just episode 3. I mean, the last 2 episodes, the last 3 episodes was actually interesting and stuff. But like we had fun talking about this previous episode. So
yeah.
hey, I'm game. I'm game to rehash what we discussed in the previous couple episodes.
All right, yeah. Because I thought I was I don't have I don't I have to get them these episodes through other means. I'm not subscribed to anything that where I can watch them properly. If you know what I mean.
And you know what they talked
So
about to make this. There's plans to make sure that I think they want to not only not just have them like on YouTube, but like put them on like like Spotify
oh yeah,
or
all right.
Apple Podcast,
Yeah.
something like that where you can hear the audio. You don't have to watch it visually. You can listen to the audio and stuff and everything else. And
Okay.
Manu is a big proposal of it because he said watching the show is one thing, but when you listen to the shows, and when you go back and listen to the shows, he said it's actually more fun to listen to them than actually watching it.
Watch them. Oh, all right. Okay. I No, I particularly wanted. Well, there was a couple of things in the first episode, but particularly the second one. I really wanted to talk about the second one, because I think they finally took like a fan theory for all these years and actually made it a reality in this show. And
What is the fan theory?
Sorry, say again.
What was the fan theory?
Oh, the fact that was it Trelane as a character that he was a Q, And the fact this is, by the way, anyone watching, there's spoilers galore here tonight. I'm not even going to try and avoid anything. So yes, complete.
Let me tell you, it was so fun. It was fun watching, listening to both Katie, Dave, and Tyson go back and forth arguing Q, not Q. Oh, it was so good. They were, Tyson was on the thing where it's like, no, he's not Q. Katie was like, this confirmed he's Q. Like, no, he's not Q. It was so fun just to see both sides' perspective of the argument and everything else. Katie said, well, I looked it up and Dave had some notes taken down, and he was saying, they was all over the place with, the fans, like you said, fan theory and stuff about
Yeah.
the. Oh my goodness. It was so fun watching Katie and Tyson go back and forth with each other.
Oh, geez.
But they were doing it in such a respectful manner.
And fun, sure, yeah. But you've got John Delancey. I mean, what else would he be? I thought that was the whole point, though, is that he's.
That's the thing. A lot of people were like, if the car was the first time that the Q, well, not saying that they showed the Q have been interactive with humans and stuff. It's the first time it kind of. Tyson was saying this. It goes against the continuity of what starting. If they're rewriting and saying that Trelane and TOS was a Q, but Katie said he could have been a different form of Q.
Well, that was my thought too. I mean, that could still be John Delancey is I still count that as he is Q, but he says it's his son, so it's however they evolve and become what they are. So he's like an early version of Q, if you will.
Yeah, and it goes back to John Delancey. We heard his voice.
Yes. Oh yes.
And if you do remember in what's that a Voyager episode where was it Q2? Yeah, it was Voyager Q2 where where Egypt met Q Junior, and this was like first time that we seen Q Junior as like an adult size versus him being a baby because
I forgot all about that.
And that was the thing. It's like if he's the first Q that was being born by two Qs,
right?
But then I started thinking this: Amanda Rogers from TNG, where she was on the Enterprise and Q was sent to evaluate whether or not to kill her or let her live.
Right.
Because her parents was Q. And that's another little thing. It's like so many discontinuities that happen.
Yeah.
We discussed this in on Dave's show, and we just couldn't come to a unanimous consent.
Yeah.
Okay, Trelane is a Q, but then what the heck happened in Voyager in Q2 when the younger Q showed up on Voyager?
Right.
And it just threw everybody off.
Now I got to watch that again and just now I got to watch that again. Actually, I'll have to look for that just so I can.
Dave had his notes ready and stuff, and I know Tyson was so ready, and we was all cracking up the whole time and just laughing, and we had some good arguments on whether or not Katie said this is you setting the TOS to make it better.
Yeah.
The old TOS was terrible at that kind of stuff, and saying, Trelane is actually a Q. With, like you said, a lot of fan theories. Some people have said, see, look, I told you. Trelane, he's Trelane, it's not everything. Ever since the Q first showed up in TNG, fans have always speculated about TOS. It's like, wait, there was a being back in TOS in the 60s, and it shows in the 60s. And his name was Trelane. could he possibly be a Q that never got like really reported in such a way that they know about?
Mm,
It's just one of those things. It was so fun. It
yeah,
was so fun. We had so much fun about that.
yeah. I don't know. I still accept. I still believe that he's some form of Q, however you want to take it. But you can't. Now that John Delancey has done that voice, you have to somehow.
It's hard to discount it.
Yes.
It is so hard to discount it and stuff and everything else. And you be like, and for me, who is a staunch supporter of the TOS and stuff and everything, it's like they brought John Delancey in there to say, Junior and whatever
Yeah.
stuff and everything else. It's like, and then even Katie looked at the IDBM, which I rarely go to the IDBM and stuff and everything, but yet IDBM, she said it said that it was John Delancey as Q.
Yes. The credits. It shows the name up in the credits. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Mm.
But it was a pretty interesting episode. And I told you this, and I don't know if you know when they was like having a little wedding ceremony when he turned. I hate to call him the groom, but the groom / bridesmaid, he turned him into a dog.
Oh yes.
I took the point of this out that no one in the no one actually paid attention to, but I was like, do y'all remember in the episode with Amanda Rogers where Dr. Crusher, he
I thought of that. He turns into an Irish setter.
Yes.
I busted up laughing the first time I saw that, and I never forgot that. I just about fell on the floor laughing. He turned her into a dog.
And it's like, he turned her into a dog. I think he was calling her a bitch.
Actually,
like, he turned that guy into a Doberman. Was he a Doberman? Or no, a pit bull?
Dr. Crusher?
No. In the previous episode of Strange New Worlds.
It was a pug, wasn't it?
It was something. I can't remember.
It was a pug. In Strange New Worlds at the wedding, he turns him into a pug.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, oh man.
And there was a woman in the background. Did you pick up in the audio? As soon as he turned her into the pug, some woman in the background goes, "Aw."
I did not know that. I wish you would have joined the show so you could put it out.
Go back. I picked it up right away and I burst out laughing. I had to go back and play that again. Did I hear that right? But yeah, if you can watch it again, go back and watch it again. That moment, you'll hear a woman somewhere in the background go, "Aw."
I definitely will.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh goodness. But I don't mean to step on your toe. I know you were talking to your friend. You said Enrique?
Yes, yeah.
Is he still here?
Oh, sorry. No, Enrique's gone. He only had until 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So I thought I'll do that because he wanted to talk about Comic-Con, and I thought, okay, maybe then afterwards he had to go. So I thought, okay, then I can do the Star Trek thing after.
Okay. But yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, I know you was busy and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I think Phil would enjoy this episode, because it was pretty interesting, and giving some old type of they doing some old stuff in there. I'm like, this could have been something up his alley, along with mine and Dave and and stuff. And we just we had fun. We had fun with that episode, but we had more fun with last week's episode on Dave's show this past Monday. Because Dave said he doesn't really do zombies. And
he doesn't do what?
He don't do zombies. Zombies.
Oh, zombies. Oh, all right. Okay, well, he's not a big zombie for. All right. Okay.
He said he actually had a nightmare over the weekend.
Oh, jeez.
We just had so much fun talking about the previous episode and stuff.
Yeah.
The past 3 episodes was really good. In a sense, they were decent. I say they were decent. It was fun to talk about.
I got to mention something else really quick. Something I was because when they started back with the second half of that episode, and because something I was really excited about when it last aired was the fact they brought in Scotty, and he's always been my favorite character, and I thought this actor was really really good, and I kept thinking, man, it would be kind of nice if they kept him on because I really like him, but he's probably just sort of like to introduce him, and then they might have him pop in once in a while, but no, he's on the ship. He's kind of like become one of the crew now, and he's working with what's her name, who I also really like. I think she's really great as the engineer.
Was that
kind of under her, like she kind of mentors him as an ex-teacher kind of thing, and I thought the dynamics of that was really great, and I'm like so glad they kept him in there as Scotty because I really like him a lot.
Well, I know you've been absent for the last couple of weeks, so we talked about this.
Yeah.
Not this week, but the last week, and we speculated this because they got. This is the third season. Is it the third season?
Right. Third season, yeah.
Okay, the third season. So they're doing only 5 seasons of Strange New World, and they're done. So we as fans, we speculate this, that Scotty came in right at the end of last season.
Right.
And a lot of people, and we threw in, well, this is a new season. Maybe halfway through the end of the season, we're probably going to get maybe a Chekhov or a Sulu. They're gonna probably bring in more of the people, familiar names that we are familiar with the characters.
Yes.
Before the series ends, so we will see, the people who are familiar with the characters and stuff and everything else.
So start introducing them one at a time. I think if they do that, it can't be Chekhov yet. Unless we're in a different
timeline,
it can't be Chekhov yet. I could see Sulu, I could see the Doctor, McCoy.
Well, we speculated this that this season they might kill off one of the big name actors. And we speculated one of the name actors. The female helmsman that they was bringing Sulu.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Because I know Dave pointed out too. He even said that Scotty said the first time, the first when he became engineer, when he became chief engineer of anything, it was the Enterprise. So he's going to be most likely going to stick around. And we just kind of threw out some speculations on like, okay, Lana Khan Singh, whatever her name is, the security officer. We speculate that she might be one to get killed off as well, because Chekhov is usually the security chief. He was the security chief on the Enterprise, on the TOS. Enterprise.
Right. Okay.
He was the security chief. So we were just throwing out all these little speculations.
Yeah.
About who they will. We know that Piper's going to go because obviously
by the end of it, I figure that'll be the big finale of the series though when that happens. So
exactly and stuff. So like I say, we were just speculating what could possibly happen in this season, and then what happens in the next season and stuff and everything. Who will be killed off, because writers are not afraid to kill off, some of the big names.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. Interesting thought. Yeah, I never thought about that, but I can kind of see them doing that. There's only 10 episodes, and we're now 3 in. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So at Comic-Con this past weekend, they dropped something that they're going to do not in this season, I suspect next season.
Right.
They're going to do a Muppet or puppet episode.
Oh, I've seen some pictures, and I thought, I guess, I don't know, that'd be very strange, but I can see. It's funny, these are tropes that go all the way back to like Buffy and like some of these like late 90s that were sort of these sort of comedy episodes that. But I thought I saw a couple of pictures, and I thought, are they going to do that? So but But he thinks next season, though, eh?
Yeah, according to Dave, he said that it's not this season. It's
All right, all right.
he said it's gonna be next season. And stuff.
Was he at Comic-Con or?
No, he just like me and you. He was able to get some. He was able to. I don't know. He said something about like he was able to get some good information.
Get some. Okay, all right. So he got a bit of an inside scoop.
Yeah, and stuff and everything.
All right.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, you know. But yeah, like I said, it was this past episode we talked about with them trying to get this hybrid plane, and then you start seeing all these creatures coming out of like the research teams and stuff coming out and everything else, and it was like. Yeah, they're more so than zombie like and everything else and stuff. And they were like, I just don't do zombies.
Oh.
He just said, I just don't do zombies. He was
like zombies.
Oh, he's like, I just haven't even comfortable talking about zombies and stuff and everything. So we still had fun because he was just like, he said they would have to do something so creepy. I said, you know what? It would have been interesting. Not saying they did, but they released this particular episode in October, which was considered Halloween. And it'd been like, you know what? It would have been fitting for an October release and stuff. But
yeah, that's true too. Yep. I mean, maybe that storyline had to fall where it did for whatever particular reason, but yeah. if it's only 10 episodes and it's only it's only got like another month and a half anyways, so it's going to be done before it'll be done before the end of September, so
it was pretty interesting to it was interesting to see this particular episode had, what's her name? I can't think of her name. The first officer, her name.
Oh shit! I gotta bring up. I'm so bad with names. I always forget.
Not Lana. Una. Yeah, Una Chin Riley or whatever her name is.
Right. Okay.
You saw how her hair was in this particular past episode, like last week's episode, where her hair was like in I'd say the Janeway style bun. She had a bun-like type of,
Oh, okay. I didn't even pick up on that. Okay.
So they pointed out this. He said, and he looked this up. He said, where artificial gravity failed on the Enterprise, and they all
yes.
Apparently. Where her hair was really long, and other females that was on there, they fixed their hair in a way to make it where they did not have to use a very like type of the type of CGI type of thing.
Oh,
make hair look like they're floating, like they're floating when they were floating stuff and everything else, because. When it comes to that effect, they said that it would have been a little difficult for them to show that their hair was like levitating as they are levitating and stuff like that. So they did their female hair in a way where it was easy to just say they changed the hairstyle, because you notice a lot of the female hairstyle was changed, except for
pick up on
the female helmsman. Her hairstyle was really short.
Yeah.
That was.
I didn't even know. What was her name? Erica Ortega's. Yeah.
Yeah, or Erica
Ortega. I'll have to have a look at that. I'm gonna have to rewatch that episode again. I'll probably watch it before, but yeah, I'll. I still have it, I think. Yeah.
It was one of those things where it's like, oh goodness. It was like, and you know what? They continue, like we talked about how they're continuing the whole Captain Patel
Mhm.
She's not recovered from her condition and stuff and everything else with the war.
Right.
So it was pretty interesting for them to continue on with that particular, storyline with her and everything else and stuff. We discussed that too. It's like they're just not they're not so much finished with it because there's still a long term plan for her, I guess.
Yeah.
For her, you know.
Yeah, because for a brief moment, I was wondering if they were going to, if she was kind of going to get fired, for lack of a better word, or how that was going to go down. But I thought, because she's definitely very vocal. I mean, even towards her, senior officers. I'm like, you can't talk like that to your senior.
Erica was pretty. I think she's suffering from PTSD.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the idea. I thought, especially in that conversation at the end, I thought, oh yeah, there's something still in that character that.
I mean, she forced Una's hands. She basically said she checked. She said, "I checked." She said, "You don't think we're gonna check?" She said, "You went just slightly above so they could detect us."
Mm.
And I told you to keep us at a certain, kept the impulse engine, at a certain minimal level so we won't be detected. But you forced my hand, and you did it, and you took that, and we discussed it, and you decided and stuff and everything. It was like, wow, she really went at her and stuff, and she basically told her, you can't ever do that again.
Yeah.
That was pretty something right there. And then, also too, we talked about it was discussed about like Spock mind melding with the Captain Patel.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you remember seeing that, he mind melded with her, and he went a little bit.
Yeah.
He punched the male nurse.
Yeah.
David like, oh no, not my sweetheart. Oh, I was like, wow. I guess Spock he didn't anticipate just the level of, I guess trauma that she was going
How
through.
deep that thing's gone in, yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do with that character in the following week. So
Yeah.
How they're gonna handle that, but
Oh,
I don't know. Because I'm like, I was wondering, I'm like, so are we gonna have her like slowly turn into like half Gorn or something? Is that what's gonna?
You know what? That is something that even Pike was like. He was like, so that's why you as Spock wanted to Joseph, Doctor, the Doctor Joseph Mbenga. He wanted to go and with Spock, and because they knew and they talked about it,
Mhm.
they left. And Pike felt like, this is my girlfriend. Y'all left me out of the decision on her, medically forced treatment and stuff and everything else. It's like, technically you're not married, but you just got dating with each other, but
Yeah.
it's still happened, right? And I can't say it's patient doctor-patient confidentiality, but there is still some sort of respect that the doctor has to have for his patients. Even though he's friends with Pike and all, there's still that fine line between you're my superior officer, you're my commanding officer, but she's my patient. And there's certain things that you are not obligated to know because
Yes. Yeah.
You're not married to her.
Mm. So I thought it was really good in the writing that they kind of covered that so well, that it's like, yeah, you deal with any doctor, they're under oath to like not convey anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're not supposed to reveal patients' treatments or any kind of things that even pertain to the patient and stuff and everything.
Mm.
Even though he would move heaven and earth to do what he can for her, and he was like, that's why you're trying to turn her into some sort of hybrid, like some hybrid human born. And he's like, I mean, she even knew. She said that's a possibility. She was willing to take that risk.
Yeah. I had this random thought, and I completely forgot about it until now. Because I was trying to think into the original series, where you discover that Pike is burned and is inside that chair, and he now lives out in the end. He lives out this. I have to go back and look at that again. So he's now living out in his head, but there was, wasn't there also a girl with him, or was that part of his imagination? And I thought that he was going to live it out with this woman.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the episode myself.
And I thought, who is that he's with?
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that episode. That's a really good question. Wow. No,
but yeah, because now I'm like wondering who that character is. I thought, is that related to? Yeah, let's see what they. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious now what.
That makes me wonder now.
I mean, I need to find the name of that episode. Let me see if I can find what that is.
My to go to look up anything that's canon, that's little canon stuff like that is Star Trek Memory Alpha. That is my to go to library of Star Trek and everything else. I don't go to IGDM or anything like that. If I need to go to research is Star Trek Memory Alpha, and that is my to go.
Oh, Memory Alpha. Oh, yeah, that's true too. That's a good place to go to. I should actually.
Star Trek Memory Alpha.
Is it the
Yeah, Star Trek Memory
Menagerie, I think it was called.
Yeah, Star Trek Memory Alpha.
Memory Alpha. Okay, I gotta remember to do that. I've been there before. I always end up just sort of typing things into Google, but yeah, Memory Alpha will give you everything.
That's where that's a lot of my to go to. I'm thinking now, like, you know what? I have to go back and refresh my memory and stuff and everything. You know, I'm like, oh goodness, yes, I remember that thing because it's just there's so much Star Trek lore, so much Star Trek. Yeah, it's just like me and Dave, we pride ourselves on knowing a lot of Star Trek, but we cannot know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember that particular episode. Then I quickly looked it up and like, oh yeah, okay, I remember that name.
Yeah, I'll have to. I did find the name of that episode. That was a Menagerie. I'm gonna actually have a look at that just to see.
The Menagerie.
Yeah. Take some notes on that because I'm sure there's going to be some nods to that coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Oh yeah. I mean, what else did Dave say? He took down notes too. Oh, Dave told us this. Dave said this. He said, if you go back and listen at the end where Captain Pike and Captain Patel is talking at the very end of the episode, and they're discussing her future about the unknown path of what's going to happen. They said he noticed that, and he went back and he had to listen to it to make sure. She said, "I am scared, Anson."
I'm scared.
Anson.
Oh.
Anson is the actor's name.
Oh, whoops.
Yes.
Oops.
That is his real name. Not
yeah.
She didn't say Christopher. She said, "I'm scared, Anson." Very soft, but soft enough where you can hear it. Dave spot that and he told
wow.
us, shut up. I went back and I listened. I was like, it really did. She really did say that. She's calling.
Now I gotta look for these. Oh, geez.
And I guess I don't know the director or the sound people or anybody else caught that. I don't know if they caught
that. In editing?
It wasn't even edited. Because if they said he said, I said, okay, look, I would think that they probably would have caught that, but they probably would have left that in as a little trope to see if fans are paying.
Sure. I can see that, yeah.
I could see that. I could see the director and the editing people stuff like that saying, "Oh, shit," you know, debated and they left it in just to see if we would catch it, which Dave caught it. I was like, oh man, that is pretty
Years ago, I
good.
heard somebody refer to something like that where they said the actor's name or something. And they've heard it called the Carrie Fisher slip because of
Carrie Fisher slip.
because of in Star Wars when Luke calls out to he calls out Carrie by her first name.
Weird.
Oh, you ever heard that? Oh God, this is ages. The original 77 Star Wars, and it's still there after they've blown up the Death Star and they've landed back at the base, and they're all cheering and excited. And he gets out of his X-wing just before they pull out R2, and he sees her, and instead of saying Leia, he starts laughing. He's kind of excited and laughing at the same time. It was Carrie, and he
really, I did not know that.
Really.
I did not know that.
Oh God, yeah, that's been an old. It's sort of hard to hear the first time because it just sounds like he's saying "hey," but apparently no. Apparently he even said himself. He says he accidentally yelled her name, but they just left it in.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I did not know that. All my life, I did not know that.
Oh God,
that's crazy. Oh
yeah,
wow!
Yeah, if you ever have a look, just go to the end right after they blow up the Death Star and they land back. As soon as he's climbing out of the Death Star or out of the out of the X-wing. Yeah,
I'm going to make a. I'm making a
look for that.
I'm gonna listen to that. That's something that's gonna be on my radar and be like, okay, I gotta hear this. Even though I got
no, it's still there. I think they just left it, but.
Oh man, that's crazy. The Carrie Fisher. Yep. Oh my God, that's deep.
So I've heard that kind of referred that if an actor on set calls the person by the actual performer's name as opposed to the character, they've heard it called like the Carrie Fisher slip or the Carrie slip. So
okay. I like that. That. That's interesting. A little trope.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh goodness,
I'm gonna have to go back now and look for that.
The ancient thing.
Yeah.
Because Dave was like, if you go back and I was like, okay. So after we got done talking and stuff like that, I went back and I was like, sure enough, Dave was right.
Does it? Yeah. Right at the end, eh? It's right at the end of it.
It was right when she's like hugging. She said, "I'm scared too, Anson." Okay. All right. Said, I'm scared too, Anson.
Okay, I'll have to look for that.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh goodness! I tell you that. Yeah, and we kind of touched on. We didn't really touch on it, but we just mentioned about the trailer that dropped of Starfleet Academy.
Oh, okay, all right. Yes, that did. Yeah, I did have a quick look at that. I'll probably end up watching it. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It looks very.
Yeah. This is my part, and this is this is why I said they kind of like that too. When we saw like Enterprise came in, they did a prequel. It's like, oh my goodness, they're doing a prequel. Mm-hmm. What are they going to do? They brought in new characters. They brought in new characters that we've never seen. That was never seen in TOS. That we've seen in TOS, but never seen. So they brought like the Denobians. It's like, we know what Andorian looks like because they talk about Andorian. The Denobians, and then the Xindi. A lot of so-called new species that we've never seen previously in Star Trek. And it's like, you're kind of going back and throwing in, rewriting a lot of things that, you would think that Kirk now would have ran into and stuff and everything.
Right.
But fast forward, like I said, and I know it's kind of me being nitpicky because I come from a different generation than like Katie and others who really enjoy the new age Star Trek. I say, I call myself, I hate to put myself like this, but like, as a traditionalist, TOS, TNG, and stuff like that, who enjoy, the Star Trek from, way back at the early days and stuff. it seems like, and Katie has pointed that she said, I'm glad. She said, I'm kind of glad that she feels like this Strange New World is rewriting what happened in TOS. And I'm like,
Hmm.
different. I, I mean, all props. So I'm not trying to like saying, she was wrong. Like, oh no, Katie, you're wrong with stuff. It's like because she can't stand Kirk. She hates Kirk.
I
Well,
know.
not just Kirk, but she hates William Shatner too.
It's William Shatner, yeah.
She cannot stand William Shatner. And I think about too the writing stuff, and I thought, okay, you know what? It was the '60s. The writing was so, you know, like all over the place and stuff and everything else and whatnot. But to me, I could say this. I felt like ever since J.J. Abrams came about with the Star Trek from 2009, and you start seeing Star Trek like that, and then Alex Kurtzman's, bought, he created, he became the showrunner for Discovery, and I looked and I was just thinking, and I was like, Discovery, and this is just me. And I say this is me nitpicking, but I'm still kind of hoping it's not true. That Discovery didn't take place in continuity with the uh, Gene Roddenberry and Michael Byrne and not Michael Taylor,
Right.
and Berman universe. Like, that was, the TOS, TNG, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise, and the movies that came along with those from the TOS movies and TNG movies.
Yeah.
They all took place in a different reality. Like it's like a different, it's like a separate reality. Just like the mirror universe that they call the mirror universe and stuff. Like it's just me nitpicking and stuff. But like Discovery, it's like it's not continuity with TNG, Voyager, these things. Not
Yeah.
it's
It feels like the technology went ahead almost. Like although it's supposed to be pre-technology, and yet it looks to.
that's my take, and that's always been my
Mm.
my type of way of looking at things. It's like, okay, look, we have a new Star Trek show and everything,
Hmm.
but I can't really bring myself to say, oh my god, this takes place prequel to Kirk now, because you look at the Enterprise in Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
You look at the Enterprise that was in Discovery too, and I understand to make the set look like it did for the 1960s to now would be kind of like, but they did it in Deep Space Nine when System now went back in time.
Yes, that's
to
true.
7.
Yeah.
And let's fast forward to Enterprise. In the last season, the fourth season, it was called In the Mirror Darkling, where they was in the mirror universe, where the Starship Defiant,
Oh, yeah. And that was
class.
okay.
If you remember that, where it was the mirror universe.
Yeah. God, it's been
The
years
mirror,
since I've seen that.
it
I
was in the mirror.
I haven't watched it since then.
Well,
Yeah.
it explained. It was in the TNG episode. Hang on. It was in the TNG episode, or not TNG, TOS episode, where the Defiant disappeared and they didn't ever find it.
Right.
So fast forward to Enterprise, and they created a two-part episode where the Defiant went to alternate universe. It went back in time about 100 years.
Right.
Because it was phasing in and out and stuff and everything else. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, this is what happened to the Defiant from TOS. Well, it went back in time, but into the mirror universe.
Right.
So the Defiant was captured by some hang on. The Defiant was caught by some aliens and stuff. The crew was killed and everything else. But in the second half, because it was a two-part episode, when they beamed aboard, the strike team was beamed aboard at the close to the very end of the first part of the in the mirror darkling. Um, they looked like they rebuilt the entire set, or they rebuilt the entire set of the Enterprise, because you would have thought that, oh my God, are they really back on? Are they really using the actual set that they did in the '60s? Because everything you saw was like, holy crap! You know, the consoles, the view screen, you know, even like the wardrobe. Because at that time they actually reused uh, m- most of their wardrobe that they did in the '60s and stuff like that. The actors in the process they reused the wardrobe and stuff. But
Right.
they bought out and everything else and stuff, and I was like, holy crap, they doing this again. Because it's not the only time that we've seen that set. Because I don't know if they bought out the set from TNG in the Relic in the
Mm.
Scotty came, where Scotty wanted to revisit the Enterprise Constitution class.
Right. Yes.
And
For that,
all that.
yeah.
But that's just saying. I'm just saying. Now, me, I'm thinking, wow, with with the technology of the time back in the '90s and 2000s,
Mm.
you know, looking at this stuff and seeing, I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of digging this set. You know, I'm kind of digging the old classic looking with the big flashy buttons and you know the beeping sounds and stuff and everything else. I'm like, I'm really digging this stuff. Now, fast forward to now we got Strange New World. You look at that Enterprise. You look at that type of set design versus this
Mm.
set design. And you thinking, wow, how is this Enterprise supposed to be in the past before? There. Okay. I was looking at, I was looking, I was like, you know, this Enterprise is supposed to be in the past, but yet it looks so advanced.
Yes.
It looks so advanced than the one from the 1960s. And I'm thinking, I understand technology has improved and, you know, the set designs can be, you know, but I'm like, this can't be in the same reality that we are from, we as myself and other old traditionalists, come to think of when you see a Constitution class
Mm.
Enterprise. You know, I'm sitting there thinking this Enterprise is more advanced than the Kirk's Enterprise.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. That it's. I mean, with the advancements of like television and special effects and audience retention and that kind of thing, things are going to change. They have to. And unfortunately, with that, if you're going to do something like a prequel, either you bite the bullet and you make something that looks like it did and find a way to sell it to audiences, or you have to make it almost another split timeline universe, however you want to do it. But it's just because you can't meld those two together anymore. You just can't. It's I'm surprised really they're not writing, like they keep making episodes going back before, and I'm because we had Strange New Worlds, and then before that was I keep wanting to say Voyager, not Voyager, Discovery, and and now they're having now there's the for next year. Oh, my brain is not working tonight. Academy, Star Trek Academy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm presuming that takes place also before Kirk's time, but
Well. Actually, Academy is taking place right after not Strange New, Discovery.
okay.
Not before they time jump. It's after the whole progenitors or whatever you want to call them. We saw the whole thing, stuff like that. When it takes, I'm assuming, this is what I'm thinking, and this is what I have heard. It's taking place right after, because they say it's been 125 years since Starfleet Academy, and that means it has taken, that was the burn, that the whole call, the burn,
Right.
and that means that in that time frame, from the time that the burn happened up until then, that part is when Starfleet Academy has been resurrected. I should say, been resurrected because I guess it was disbanded. After the Federation left Earth and all the
Right.
other stuff. So it's going to take place right after that and everything else because it's not a prequel, but it's a continuation of Discovery.
Okay.
Just shortly, like maybe a year after,
Mm.
something like that.
The reason I'm kind of saying that is because I keep thinking, I mean, considering that what they can do with these shows now, and especially now with Picard, following in the timeline after of course Next Gen and all that. I'm surprised they're not making something now that takes place. Instead of trying to go before and fiddle around with continuity, just build forward and just make
Exactly.
Picard. I would love to see, like where Picard ended, with what's her name as the new captain. I thought that
7 and 9.
was a series.
A lot of fans were thrown out just right before right at the end. Fans was doing hashtag Paramount about Star Trek. They want to call it Star Trek Legacy. Star Trek Legacy with Jerry Ryan's as 7 and 9, Ralphie, Picard's son, LaForge's daughters, and all the people that we've seen in Picard.
Mm-hmm.
People was like, this is the continuation of a new, of younger, new,
Yeah.
Star Trek and everything else. And you know what? I'm actually all for it because it doesn't take place in the past. It takes place. It's going in the future.
In the future.
Then, as we see Q appear, they tease us with Q. It's like, and he appeared to his son, to Picard's son, and he was like, "Aren't you gonna be dead?" I mean, you more to say whatever linear or whatnot and everything else. That little tease right there, that got everybody so enamored with. They are going to do they're going to do a series about this ship and its crew. 7 and 9 is going to be the star along with others.
Is that actually a thing? Is that going to go for like that would be?
Now, how long has Picard been gone off the air? For at least 3 years now. 2 years now.
I guess. Yeah, I don't. Were they gonna? Because I heard that they wanted to do another Picard. They were going to try and do one more, and I thought it kind of ended at a good place.
And Patrick Stewart himself said, he said he signed up for 3. He said, "I'll do 3," and he basically told him, he said, "Look, let's do 3 and make it that, and we do it right and give the fans a good final conclusion to." The TNG cast members, myself included, my character, Picard included, and stuff like that, because he, I don't know if he'll come back and everything else. It just depends on how he feels. It just depends on how he feels. Like, I mean, it'd be nice to see him, but they, like you said, they ended it. To me, they ended the TNG. I'm not saying I wouldn't want to watch them, but to me, you guys passed the torch.
Yeah.
The Picard season 3, they passed the torch. It's like you guys made up everything for the last 20 years that we've seen and stuff like that. You know what? Y'all good to retire. It's okay to retire. We don't need to see Admiral Picard or anybody stuff like that. You good to retire. Guess what?
Yeah.
Your children are taking over now, and the people that we saw too. We got 7 9. She came from Voyager.
Yeah.
We saw her backstory, everything about her story, and everything about her in Picard and stuff and everything. She went from a Fenris Ranger to having they call her it was a pirate. Then she went and joined Starfleet because of Jean Picard and Janeway too. We saw a lot of this, which was awesome and everything else. And it's right to me. it rewrote her. It not rewrote her story, but it made her a more so lovable character from what we see in Voyager to the point where we got segments of people from TNG, DS9, and Voyager. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of people, we've seen from DS9 except for Worf because he was originally on TNG, but then he went to DS9 and stuff. But we don't get no cast members and anything like that we've seen from DS9 stuff. But like I was saying, like you were saying, it would be so nice and thrilling for them to continue it forward because a lot of fans was writing to Paramount and people were doing hashtag Star Trek Legacy. They wanted to call it Star Trek Legacy. That's what the hashtag was that Star Trek Legacy with a new crew with the children of the TNG crew stuff like that. People were like, it would be nice to see a continuation from that and everything else. But then, like you said, this whole thing about the prequels, like Discovery, it was like when they brought Discovery in, I thought Discovery was going to be, something forward in Star Trek.
Yeah.
In the same way, but then they said, "Oh no, it's gonna be like, about 10 years before Kirk takes the Enterprise and all this." I'm like, what? Wait, what? We gonna do this again? We gonna go back to a prequel? And then I seen the show, and I'm like, oh no. And then I'm like, oh my goodness. I watched the show, and then they brought in Strange New Worlds, and I'm like, oh man, I mean, Katie, she loves Strange New World because she's saying it's rewriting all the TOS and stuff. But the discontinuity to me as a whole fan, as somebody who was a fan of TNG or TNG, and not TNG, but just the TOS too, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why are they doing this? Why are they doing prequels and stuff? And then after the third season or the fourth season, they shot Discovery into the future.
Yeah. Then they
1,000 years in the
last season of that. I only saw the first 2 seasons. I never did see the third season of Discovery. But
not to get spoiled on you and everything else, but like they shot Discovery into the future, and then something cataclysmic happened that reduced the Federation from having, what did they say, a member world? Oh, let me go back there.
So,
hang on one moment. No, I'm just trying to get my stuff right because I am trying not to confuse the hell out of myself.
I was just seeing if I could find something.
Okay, so in the like not to get too much spoilers and stuff, but oh shoot.
I was trying to look for something else here while you were saying, but yeah,
I am trying to look for.
I can't find it.
Here we go.
Right.
Okay, so this is what I was looking at. Okay, yeah, that time they went to the future when Discovery got shot into the future and stuff. The Federation in the 32nd century, 31st century, 32nd century, Gesundheit.
Oh, excuse me. It's allergies.
Yeah, I get it. It grew to a member world of over 315, and then by the time the burn happened, it was reduced to 38 member worlds. The member worlds grew to over 300 worlds, but after the burn, it was down to 38.
Okay.
I know you say you didn't catch up on, you didn't watch all of Discovery and.
Yeah, it's funny. I was watching. It was one of my older. It was a friend of mine I was watching with at the time. He was kind of sort of a roommate at the time for a short while, and he's a big sci-fi nerd, and he's big into Star Trek, but he's really a fussy fan. You know what I mean? Like particularly about continuity. There's certain things he's very, but man, he hated Discovery. Like he kept having to pause it to get up and walk around because he would get so frustrated. And we got mad at him. We were like, just leave it alone. Or I got to the point I couldn't watch it with him anymore.
I get it.
Constantly like, and then he'd stop and he says, this is wrong and this is wrong and why can't they? This isn't Star Trek. This isn't Star Trek. And like, just stop it. Put the remote down and stop stopping it. And finally, I gave. But no, I mean, his points were, I could see why he was frustrated and understood. I was having a hard time with it as well. I was still kind of curious, but at the point, it got to a point I couldn't watch it with him anymore.
Yeah. And you know what? I get it. I could be a fucking fan, but I'm not that person. I will watch it, but then I will be like, oh, this is just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I just be like, just be like, wow, this. I will watch it as a Star Trek fan. I don't want to just say, oh, I can't watch this stuff like that. I don't want to just, just disregard it and stuff and everything else. But I want to have some sort of, intake about it and stuff and everything. But wow, I'm like you. I mean, I'm like your friend and stuff. But I wouldn't been one that been so overly
pausing it and pace around. Yeah, that's just him. He would get himself worked up over things like that. So, but yeah.
Hang on one moment, Phil.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I should go get a refill on my tea. I forgot about that. Something's beeping. I'll just turn it down for a moment till you've been back.
Sorry, I had to go to the restroom.
Oh, no worries.
But
Eventually,
yeah, I don't. You know what? You can go back and just for, let's just say, for your sake,
Mm.
understanding if you're gonna watch um oh shoot academies, I would recommend you pick up and or go back to the beginning and rewatch all of the stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can do that and sit through all that.
Because a lot, I think a lot of stuff is going to happen in academies. You know, there's going to be some stuff that you can refer to from Discovery, and you know, I mean, if you like some characters, there are some characters from Discovery is actually going to be part of the Academy from Discovery. There's like one or two characters from Discovery. It's going to be main characters in the Academy.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's what I'm saying that you might want to because there you will feel out of place if you did not know who some of these characters was. By the time you get to that kind of Academy stuff, you'd be like, I know who these characters are. I can see, you know, I can see that and everything else. That's like, you know, and then there's going to be probably most likely guest appearance. You know, they're gonna have some guest, they're gonna have guest appearance, but like, you know, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying for me and everything else. I've seen Discovery and stuff and everything else because I've seen it. I don't need to rewatch it to understand what to expect from the Academy movie or Academy show. But for yourself, if you never did get to finish watching Discovery, it's just something that you know you can do for yourself, just if you want to stay within the same continuity aspect of understanding what this
right
show is going to be like.
But again, I guess it comes back to that thing that's like it's getting difficult to watch these shows that are supposed to take place prior to TOS. That I'd still like to see something that's like actually, to be honest, you know what I always wanted to see, but I know that they won't. It's still going back too far. I always thought it'd be fun to see a series that takes place somewhere around the time of the first set of movies, somewhere between Star Trek 2 and Star Trek 6, somewhere in that range with those uniforms and that kind of setting. I thought that would be kind of fun to see.
Are you talking about the Monster Maroon uniforms or the spandex uniforms?
No, it's going into the movies. The red Star Trek 2 to Star Trek 6 is still the Kirk era, but
they're called the Monster Maroon.
They're called the what? The
Monster Maroon costume.
Oh, all right, okay.
Yeah, that's what they refer to as the Monster Maroon uniforms.
Okay.
You know what? They up until a certain point, those uniforms were worn. Picard, Jean-Luc Picard, we've seen him wearing it without the turtleneck because they got rid of the turtleneck by the time he was like an infant. But somewhere in Picard's younger years, when he was just shortly out of the academy, they were still wearing those same uniforms.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were still wearing the same uniforms.
Because even when I used to go to, I used to go to Star Trek conventions when they used to have Star Trek conventions, and particularly in Toronto, there used to be a big one for years called Toronto Trek. And God, I miss that thing. That was so much fun. I really miss Toronto Trek. Actually,
that's fun. This we talking like that made it sound like, oh shit.
Oh, we got big name people. They had James Doohan. They had Majel Barrett in one of the last few years. She was a guest there. Oh, it's so much fun. But man, I have friends of mine who are big costumers, and I have a picture somewhere of there's myself and two other friends, and I had the next gen uniforms because it was in season 3 or 4, so I had the one with the collar when they changed it. But a friend of mine, she made one of those I forget what you just called them. Those uniforms for like Star Trek 2 and 3.
Oscar Maroon.
Oscar Maroon, yeah. She made one of those, and it's somebody else that was in the original series. And I've got a picture of us, of the three of us standing together, actually, and with the 3 different uniforms somewhere. I'll have to see if I can dig that out. But man, I always said I wish I could have was more skilled with fabrics because I would have loved to have made one of those uniforms. And they're expensive as hell. You could probably get one off eBay or something, but man, they'd be
well, this is the thing. I'm gonna send you a. I hope the link is still up, or the YouTube link is still up. But there is a guy. He's from Europe. I believe he's from Great Britain or something. And he actually had somebody who was a seamstress. He was able to have her, he was able to give her the information because I think she lived in Denmark or something like that.
Okay.
And I tell you this, I don't know how much it costs, but this is what you would do. You would have to like gather the pictures up and stuff like that. Like I got pictures of close-ups, but this guy was able to get. And if you remember the movie in Star Trek, First Contact, the First Contact movie with Picard now fighting the Borg and they introducing the Enterprise.
Yeah.
You remember the uniforms, how the costume looked, the uniform and stuff.
Yeah.
The gray top hair and the zippers and stuff and everything else.
Right. Yeah.
This guy literally, whoever this seamstress was, she was so good. It looked like it could have been right off the set of, off the TV set and everything else. It fit him so good, and it looks so. It's so real. Even right down to the zipper part and stuff like that was so detailed and so real.
Right?
And the fabric and everything else was so. It was so spot on. Everything from the trousers to the jacket to the shirt and stuff, and it was so spot on. Whoever did this guy, whoever, the person who was a seamstress, she did it so well. It was so good. That's
right?
The thing. You have to get like all the stuff, like pictures and stuff, to a seamstress.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who can sew and who can find the fabric and match the fabric up. If you want like an authenticity type of look, not just a generic look, like a cosplay, you just get one that's over the shoulder stuff like that. This guy she put like make sure shoulder pads was the thing. Like this looked like he could walk on set of a Star Trek show from back in the Deep Space Nine or one of the TNG movies. And he looked like he could be one of the cast members in the sense and stuff like that because his uniform was so spot on. It was dead. I was like, oh my god! I don't know how much it cost because it was done a long time ago. But what he said, anybody who's interested in like making a uniform that could be not just a generic type of cosplay, but if you want, you have to find somebody who is a really good seamstress.
Yes. Yeah.
Who can actually lay their hands on the material that they use. The material is still existed today, but it's just you got to like look for what did they use when making these costumes and stuff and everything else, because you could get them and stuff like that. And then too, the pins used like communicators and stuff and everything else. It's just they got some stuff that's so realistic. Like right now, this looks so realistic that it looks like it could come off of
come off this
cars.
set.
The car, stuff and everything.
I have heard more than once, some of even the actors and guests who've been at conventions of some of these people who are like the really hardcore costumers, and I've lived with those kind of people. I know firsthand. They said they've come on and seen them, and they says a lot of times these costumers that come to these conventions and they mean business, like they want to come and win awards. He says their costumes are better than the ones we had on set. He says because on set, like sometimes they have to throw these things together quickly, and if something falls apart, they got to rush over and fix it quick. Sometimes if it's just good enough to look okay on camera, they're not too concerned. He says, but these fans, they want this stuff to look more authentic than what we were making. He says, we just need to be passable on film, but man, conventions, they got to build them to because they're around at conventions with thousands of people and crammed, and then they got to perform on stage, and they want to win these awards. A lot of these fans, it's about winning the awards at that contest at the end of the night. And some of these things are just phenomenal, the detail they put into it.
Well, I don't know if you was on when Dave had Manu as a guest when we talked to Manu about the episode. You too, when he was with John Delancey's son, John Delancey's real life son, where we talked because it was the episode we talked about, and this was before the whole thing happened with Val and everything. I think this was back in early May. I think it was like late April, early May.
Okay.
Somewhere in that time. We had Manu on the show, and we asked Manu, and I asked Manu the question too. I remember I said, when you went on set, when you got ready and stuff and everything else, after I said whenever it came time for wardrobe, was it just something that they just picked out for you that was on the rack, or was it? He said, believe it or not, everything that you saw him wearing in Voyager, it was they made it for him. It wasn't just something they could get. It's something they threw together, but they knew his size, and they put together different types of fabric and stuff and everything else to make his costumes. So his costumes were specifically made for him, as you see and stuff and everything else. He said the people in the wardrobe department were really good.
Design,
designing some pants and a shirt for him in Voyager, because you never really saw him not rerunning the same costume, but in a certain, you'd be like, oh, he's wearing a different outfit now. Oh, look, he's wearing a brighter. Oh, he's wearing a darker outfit. He had a few different costume changes up.
Right.
And he said that they was really good. They was really good about it. He said it actually felt. He said it fit him comfortably.
Okay.
It was comfortable fit, And I was like, okay, because I was curious about that. I asked him. I said, was it just something that they pulled, out of they went to a store and they just went and visited? He said, no, they stitched it together and sewed it together, and they had some seamstress on set and everything else, and they made his outfit for him.
Wow. Isn't something? Jeez.
I thought that was pretty interesting too. But what you said too about fans, it's like there are fans, like I said, about the Monster Maroon outfits too. You're kind of seamstress. There could be somebody out there, but then it's to get that costume to look like you will be from you see on the movie or the TV shows. You also have to make sure that the detail is, the colors are right, the fabric is right too, and stuff and everything. You got to know what kind of fabric that they use and stuff and everything. And then too, they wore, oh shit, what was that? Like the Monster Maroons. Now they wore different types of pins. They had the big fat one, the big fat Delta logo on their chest. They had a belt buckle. They had a Starfleet insignia on it. They had all different types of not just logos, but they had to recognize their. I'm like you. I'm just so I can't even give it.
Okay.
The ranking insignia.
That's what you're saying. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the ranking insignias and stuff.
see if I can clear that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's coming up 11:30. Would you mind terribly if I called it for tonight?
No. I'm actually getting ready. I was getting ready to say that too and everything because I was like, oh, it's about 11:30. John Stewart's getting ready, not John Stewart, but Colbert's getting ready to come on, and I'm getting ready to hit because I gotta get up early and help my niece
Yeah.
and a friend of hers do something in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta get up early and help them do something. So I gotta get to be here within the next hour.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, okay. But no, this was fun though. I'm hoping to do this again. Because I can't. I keep missing the Monday nights, and I'm disappointed. I can't sit in on those because I would like to. I felt like I wanted to get out some of my thoughts on some of those, and so this is kind of a nice excuse to.
We did. You know what? We miss you, Phil. There's not. We talked about you in the last couple of shows. We miss you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I miss being there. So, but definitely, if I'm thinking that if I can do this, it'll be a nice offshoot. That if somebody can't be there on Monday, but if they can be on mine, then, and I'm hoping like this is mainly kind of an art channel, but I'm hoping to kind of incorporate. In fact, my original intent was to maybe do some drawing while we were chatting, but I never did set that up. But yeah, I might. I'm going to try and do one on for kaiju movies. I wanted to do because there's going to be a re-release of Shin Godzilla coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I know Tyson is actually a big Godzilla fan too. So I'll see if
I'm a 60s, 70s, 80s Godzilla, and stuff and everything. I like those kind of quirky Godzilla movies that came about and stuff. I heard you mention too Godzilla Plus One. I've never seen that movie. I heard everybody say it's really good, but I've never seen Godzilla.
Which one's that again?
Godzilla Plus One, or was it minus one?
Oh, Godzilla. Oh, you haven't. Oh, that is really if you get some time to watch that, I recommend it. It's probably the first Godzilla film where you are really absorbed with the human drama. Like if you actually remove Godzilla out of it, it is still like an engaging story.
Okay.
Yeah. Just these characters. I recommend it. Give it a watch, and you'll be like, oh my god. People walk out of the theater like crying. It's something else. It's
okay.
Yeah.
You do have a good evening and good night and enjoy.
Yes, you too.
And I think tomorrow night.
I'll say good night.
No, it's actually tonight. It'd be early this morning when the new Strange New World drops.
Oh, that's right too. Yeah. Yep. All right.
Alrighty. It was good talking to you, Phil. I'll tell everybody you say hello.
All right, we'll do. Thanks. Take care then, Travis. See you again. Bye for now. All right, and good night to everybody else. We will be back. I will be back next week. I'm hoping to do this a weekly thing, and we'll see what we can figure out from there. I'm really tired, so I'm just going to call it. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.